Wow. I'm about to say it again. It's been a minute.
It's been a minute. Go ahead.
It's been a minute. Welcome, friends and family, to the Local Acts Only podcast.
Jack and I are together again.
We are back. I am back. I am Jack. This is Joe.
Was good.
We are here with Alex Francis.
Hello.
And
How you guys doing?
Joey E6 Howell.
Thanks for having me, fellas.
I actually considered also Alex Drake Francis.
Oh, man.
Because this man's a spitting image of Drake. The beard's a little short for it though right now.
Trimmed it for the summer.
But
It's coming back though.
they are of AJE Clothing, a Jersey Experience, one of my personal favorite clothing brands out there.
Thank you.
So you mentioned Gianni. I don't even think I'm ever been completely clear of like who AJE is.
Yeah,
So who exactly?
It's kind of switched up, but like in the beginning, the very beginning, it was like our junior year of high school. It was me, Joey, and Ethan Taub. That's
Was
where
it?
Yeah.
AJE came from.
Interesting.
We tried to see something that we could do with like all our initials, and that was like what we came up with.
A Jersey
And
Experience. Nice.
The one day I was in the shower and I was just like drawing my finger like on the water on the glass, and like I came up with the logo like that. I was fucking around,
Amazing.
and then I was like, all right, we can try that. And then time went by, like we didn't really do anything with it. We just had like the idea, like if we were going to do something, that would be the name, like AJE or Age. And we like kind of like us and Ethan didn't really like proceed with it. And then Gianni and our friend Will that we went to school with, we were gonna all do it together, but it's like hard to dedicate time to something.
It kind of like kick-started as we were all going off to college.
Yeah.
So we kind of had to put it back like on the back burner a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So then kind of when we came home, it was more so like, well, it's not like he pulled out, but he was like, he told us, you know, he had other commitments and whatnot, which makes sense because he's at school and he's playing hockey. And so now it's kind of more so Alex, me, and Gianni who kind of run the show, but it's really Alex because
I have the most time like available to do it.
Yeah.
And like I figured if no one's gonna do it like for us, so someone's got to do it. And if they can take their time doing school work, whatever it's got to be, and I can do it. It gives me something to do.
Yeah.
Like at the time being.
You're the one who runs the
Pretty much,
Instagram
yeah.
for the
he's
most
basically
part.
doing it full time, and then we kind of help when we really can.
Yeah.
Word.
And Gianni's doing like his music with Joe and their friend Nick, the J&G Music,
Mhm.
and they're doing really well.
Yeah, shout out them.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're like our favorite to listen to right now. And
They got some heat coming on the way too.
Have they released anything since I think they had like one or two things out, right?
the Tokyo Drift.
Yeah.
Different.
Have they released anything since
Yeah,
then?
they have one more out on Apple Music and a couple on SoundCloud. And
Dude,
the stuff they have coming,
I love when like people go under my radar for a little bit,
and
and then
back with
like
something.
and then I like realize, oh fuck, I forgot they exist, like because I just haven't seen anything from them.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, I get to go listen to it, and I'm like,
Yeah.
yes, new
Dude,
shit
it's
that I
nice
didn't know
'cause
about.
We'll get to go out to their studio, and we kind of get to see how they lay everything down and how they work. So it's pretty interesting how they get into it.
Yeah, and we
Yeah.
get all like the unreleased, like the snippets, like before the mixing, like throw in tips and like whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And it's nice. We get to hear like everything they got, and like it's all different. It's all real good.
Yeah, I was gonna ask about it later, but there's also the AJE Music, AJE Gaming.
Mm-hmm.
It's just those are the other two, right? Is there?
It's that.
Is
and
there
then there's a Jersey Experience, like as an account on its own.
Gotcha.
But that's more of just like archived pictures that I don't use on the main account. Kind of more like a fun like spam account.
Yeah.
Just for the like you take the pictures, you want to do something with it.
Yeah.
But you're not gonna put it out like
Have them somewhere.
Or, yeah.
So I wanted to, I guess I will take it one at a time when it comes, because I want to talk about all three of those, we call them endeavors, I guess.
Yeah.
But what made you guys want to start like a clothing brand, I guess, so to speak? I feel like it's one of those things that not a lot of people, I feel like it's one of those things that I feel like not a lot of people think about is like something that you like, oh, I can do
actually,
this.
yeah.
Yeah, you know?
So we used to like go to Ocean County Mall, like try to like just find new stuff for like summer and everything. And everything we saw was like either like a nice design, but like on a bad quality shirt, or a nice quality shirt, but like too expensive or like not.
The design was like a little over the top.
Yeah,
or
it's
Yeah.
not
too
what you
much.
want.
There's always something off.
So I
Mhm.
figured like I might as well try and make my own.
Right.
And if I like it, there's got to be other people that like it. So you slowly build like a little following and people who like it, and
You know,
it
they
just
tell their
became
friends
that.
and family.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
Start
just
small,
became
but-
like maybe we should really do this and try it.
Yeah.
And it was a slow start, but we got the first account to like 4,000 followers.
Yeah, I was gonna say
then-
That's huge.
that's
yeah, it was
something
good.
that
We had posts getting like 700 likes, like thousands of views, and because we were following people so much and sometimes unfollowing, and Instagram thought we were like a bot account.
Mm-hmm.
So over time it would like suspend us for like a day, then 3 days, then a week, then it would just get bigger and bigger. And it got to the point where like we couldn't do anything. We couldn't like anything. We couldn't post anything. It was basically a dead account. And Instagram said if it happens again, they were just gonna like take the account from us. So instead of like having that happen, we just switched over, and instead of losing everything, we still have the account, like the information and all the pictures that are archived, but now we just have the new AJE Company account, and then we just started from there. So it's like fresh. We're not gonna we don't really worry about followers anymore. It's whoever comes. If they like it, they like it. If not, it's whatever.
yeah.
Like the real
That's
fans are gonna
definitely,
come,
like-
so it's, you don't gotta worry about the numbers anymore.
Exactly. That was something that I was gonna ask about, if that was like discouraging for you guys at first, and like how you kind of got through that. Was that like a very gradual process
Yeah.
of being like, oh wait, the numbers don't really matter?
Yeah, at
Like-
first it's like you always want to have like a positive follower ratio, a lot of likes, views, whatever it is, but it's like
Comments,
You
engagement.
gotta
Yeah.
understand the whole reason we started it was because we want to make clothes
exactly.
for ourselves.
Yeah.
It's
Right.
like,
It's like,
at the end of the day, it's not because we want to make millions of dollars and
Yeah.
sell all of our friends' clothing.
Yeah.
This, that, and the
Like,
other thing.
that'd be nice, but it's like
Just we want to make a T-shirt that
it's
we can
different.
wear.
We want to wear
whenever.
nice stuff, like,
Yeah.
like
Right.
comfortable stuff.
Like you said before, if we like to wear it, then there's got to be
Exactly.
other
There's
people.
people
You know what I
out
mean?
there.
Exactly.
Not about to spend fucking $800 on a white T-shirt
Exactly.
with a red
Yeah,
S on it.
to fit in with
Fucking
everyone
Supreme
else.
shit.
Yeah, there you go.
Exactly.
Fuck Supreme. He's gonna throw that shit
Yeah,
right now.
yikes.
Fucking
I know some hype beasts that are gonna be very upset
There's
with
gonna be
that.
some
care,
mad
bro.
people about that one, but
Yeah,
you know what? Fuck
Kevin
it.
Old's
It is what
been-
it
It's
is.
not even worth it anymore.
Tevinon's
That
been
ass.
like going in with that shit.
Yeah, hey,
I would
props
I would
to
shout
him,
him
bro.
out, but I
It's a-
forget
it's
what
a
it's
tough
It's
called.
hustle, man.
Raw Supply.
Yeah, Raw
Yeah.
Supply on Instagram.
That's a tough
Check
name
it.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Raw
Flow's
supply.
nice.
I'm
Mhm.
surprised that's not taken.
Yeah, right. Oh, they
So-
did the RVW.
Yeah, I
That
think
might
they
be
switched
why.
it up a little
Oh.
bit. bro.
That's
Yeah.
tough though. I like that.
Yeah,
I think
no.
I've heard of that. I think I've seen that
That account around.
before.
Dude.
Yeah.
I've been on hiatus.
Oh yeah, you
Yeah,
deleted your
nice.
Instagram.
Yeah, I was
And
gonna
your
say, I think you
Snapchat.
posted
I
something.
deleted the app.
Did you delete Snapchat?
Yeah.
That might be why. Okay, I Snapchatted you last night.
yeah.
I was like, he's gonna come.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I texted him this morning. I was like, all right, I just gotta make sure.
Yeah,
I try
no.
to I try
think I
to
said-
blast it out as much as I could.
Mm.
Like all my stories, be
Yeah.
like, yo, don't contact me here.
I do
I'm not
remember it,
gonna
but, like,
respond.
It was how long ago was it?
I don't know. I
It
do
just,
it all
like,
the time.
It's been
Yeah. I come back and then I'm like, I don't want to fucking be here anymore. See you guys later.
I'm at that point. I just like I can't delete Instagram or anything because like I need to kind of post keep
Yeah.
up with it, but it's
Right.
like I want to be able to take a break, like just myself, because like I'm over like social media, the whole aspect of it,
Mm-hmm.
but like kind of trying to work through social media. It's like it's give or take.
Yeah.
What you want to do.
It was funny, like not long ago, maybe like 2 weeks ago, I was thinking to myself, like, I should just get off Instagram and do all that
Mhm.
stuff. And I was like, Jack and I are doing the podcast now. I
Yes.
kind of need it. And then I hear that he did it. And I was like, what the fuck?
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, well, because it's like-
so he thought it was
I
great.
was like, all right, cool.
So-
I'm gonna fucking,
Because like
I guess I'll post up by myself. That's fine.
I spend so much time, like I have it on my computer now, right?
Mhm.
So but it's like not the same. It's
Yeah.
harder to use and it's like way slower. So I need to like dedicate an hour a day where like I just or
Like a
30
working
minutes or
hour
whatever.
something.
Yeah, like where it's like work, where I like go and I just like repost everyone's shit and then I get off and I like don't sit like respond to everyone's message and be like, because for me for a while it was like I repost people's shit like to repost people's
Mhm.
shit, right? And
Yeah.
like help out the homies and
Mhm.
shit. But then like there was this kind of side effect where it was like people would hit me back and like be so appreciative, and so I'm like getting like a dopamine hit off of that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And then I'm like, it's like I'm starting to like do it
You like
to
like, wait,
get.
this is actually like
Yeah, it's like I'm doing it to
something.
get this feeling back, and then when someone just likes it and like doesn't show appreciation for it, then I'm like, I feel bad.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Like,
And
What
it's
was my
like
point.
that's and then I'm like missing the whole fucking point of why I'm doing it in the first place.
yeah, it's
And so
yeah.
I just need to be like so conscious of that I'm like doing, like I need to go in and be like, I'm doing this to help people, and it doesn't matter how they respond to
the
it.
initial cause
You
of
know?
why you started.
Like, cause then I'm like getting in my ego, and it's like a
Yeah.
fucking
that brings
rolling
up-
down the hill.
That brings up an interesting point. Y'all said that, like, Alex, you mostly, like, you're doing most of the
Mhm.
like working pretty much full time,
Yeah.
as it was said on the brand and everything. Are you in charge of the social media aspect of it as
Yeah,
well?
I do like the social media, the marketing aspect of it, the website, like everything, pictures, videos, editing.
Oh wow.
It's just because like I like to try everything.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like I'll like try it all, and then once I get like a grasp for it, I'll teach them how to do it. So it's like it'll just become like a whole assembly line of like who can do what.
Yeah,
So
like
it's-
who
yeah.
enjoys doing what the most.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Like, someone's got to teach.
So then, like when we do have one of those days where we can all dedicate our time to it, it's not
It's not just
Him-
me like trying
us
to
and
watch
everyone
him,
fucking
and then-
around.
Yeah.
yeah, exactly. We can all
Everyone-
bust down and really get to it and do what we got to do.
That's a great workflow. I think
Yeah.
that's dope, man.
That was something I wanted to ask about too. Like the picture, like you guys do a lot of like taking pictures of
Mhm.
like people modeling and shit. That's you taking the
Yeah, I
pictures.
take them all.
Damn, dude, I was like thinking you got some like professional like friend or something.
Yeah, I
What are
do.
you taking them on?
I have a Canon T7i, just like
Okay.
no like special lens or anything,
Yeah.
just like a regular camera. It's just the editing, really.
Yeah.
It helps a lot.
So you do all the editing too.
Yeah.
Like, so what would you say goes into an Instagram post? Like how much time, like how many pictures are you taking? Like, is it one in every like 20 come out?
It's
Like,
yeah,
or can you
maybe-
make any of them with the editing be like one?
You can come up with different ways to use the pictures. Like if you get a bunch of like shitty pictures, you can maybe put in a big compilation photo and it looks good.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes you just want to get like the raw image that's like that you like. And like you said, it's probably 1 out of like 20 that's like
Mhm.
actually usable for an Instagram post. And or even on the website as like the background or the stock image. It probably takes like 30 minutes of me like scrolling through like either my camera roll of things I've screenshotted, like ideas I want to do, or like going through Instagram, getting ideas, inspiration, any social media. And then I'll go into the app PixArt, and they have like it's like its own Instagram feed kind of like edited pictures that people have done. And I go through that, and you kind of get a feel of like what kind of like picture you want to do, what kind of post. And then once you get like that idea, you don't like, or at least I don't copy like the actual picture, but I'll get inspiration to throw my own twist on it. And it probably takes like 30 minutes on that app, and then I go in Visco. I'm very simple when it comes to these like things, but it comes out like a good picture. But I'll go on Visco for probably like another 30 minutes, and once that's all done, I won't post it right away. I'll just sit with it, and I'll find like just whenever I'm feeling like it's a good time, like whether it's a video or a picture, I'll just throw it up. Usually in the morning or at night when people are going in bed or waking up, just checking their phone.
Mhm.
That's like when they're most active. And I just put it out there. I don't worry about the likes, anything, comments. I just put it out there, put it on the story. That's it. I just let it go. And then I'm on to the next one. So it's probably like an hour
Yeah.
for the whole process.
Damn. Do you guys do like the promotional kind of stuff on Instagram with it,
Like
or
when
do
you
you
can
just
pay
like
for the
post
promo?
it and
It depends. If we're doing like a
like a
post
drop?
for like a drop or something,
Mhm.
yeah, we'll do like a 3-day $5 promo or something, get like an extra 1,000 views or something.
Yeah.
And it's nice, but not all the time. You don't really need it all the time.
Yeah. Do you find that those like bring in many new customers, or is it just people seeing it?
It definitely brings in a lot of people seeing it,
Mhm.
but I'd say for every 50 people seeing it, there's probably like 4 or 5 that actually like go check out the website and actually like buy something, or like DM about like collabing, then buying something themselves. But those 4 or 5, I'll take that any day.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say, that's
shit, that's pretty good.
Great.
If I could get 4 or 5 people who fucking see something and listen to the podcast, it would be great.
I was gonna say, there's not too many people who like do that, but I myself, I have a decent amount of stuff in my wardrobe that I actually saw from like Instagram ads and then bought it that way. So like,
you see some stuff and like, exactly, you'll see like an ad for it and you're like, I want that.
Yeah.
And that's happened for us. Like, we've put stuff out there and people were like, I saw this ad and I want like the tiger sweatshirt. Mm-hmm. People love that. They're like, we need that. That
sweatshirt's fire.
People in Tilly's wanted it. Like,
really?
To be sold there. Yeah, the workers.
Oh, really?
But I didn't know how to like make that happen.
Damn.
You know?
That's sick though.
Yeah. Dude.
I saw so one of the other what's that called? Oh geez.
You can do it.
You got it.
13 Mondays recently became a thing.
Yep.
That's my friend, I guess, Sid, and my roommate's like best friend.
It's her, right? Yeah.
Yeah. I forget where I was even going with that. It was welcome back to the fucking podcast, baby. It was in like some store and I was like, oh, that's so fucking sick that like someone wanted your clothing in the store and then it's there. Like, definitely try to make that fucking happen. That'd be crazy.
No, getting those opportunities, it's such a surreal feeling. Like, you want my clothes like in your establishment and it's like man, like people actually like this. It's cool. It's a really rewarding feling.
It's always really cool when like I've like a couple iterations where I've been like, one being this guy that I work for, Chris. He was like, I was telling him about the podcast and then he was like, oh, my son told me about your podcast the other day, like without me having told him about it.
That's awesome.
And I was like,
when
whoa.
people bring it up to you, it's like, oh, like, you know, like sometimes you feel like you're like kind of talking too much about it, like people don't want to hear it, but it's like, it's not always like that, but you just get in your head about it.
Yeah.
So you don't want to always bring it up.
Yeah, exactly. And like, I'll be like, someone will be like, what do I have to do to like get on the podcast? And I'm like, what do you have to do? Like, you fucking straight up did it.
Like, come on tomorrow.
Yeah, like tomorrow I'm free always. Like,
you know, it's funny. I got like cucked out of that feeling like twice. So like in my old band, Autumn U, like we released our EP and stuff, and then like there was one day I was like driving to my buddy's house and there was a dog that was just like wandering down the street. So I like pulled over to like stop and like see if, you know, it's like, oh, that dog's lost or whatever, and to see if I can get the number off the collar or whatever. And this kid skateboarding past me, he was like, yo, is that your dog? I was following it to see if I can he was trying to do the same thing and shit. So we like got the dog and we like, you know, called somebody or whatever, and he looked at me, he was like, yo, are you in Autumn U? And I almost had a heart attack, man. But then I was like talking to him, I realized he was like a friend of my guitarist who I never met before, and I was like, oh yeah, no worries.
Split second though.
For like a split second, I thought it was a random dude.
Yeah. Maybe like, yeah, that's it. So we made it.
I almost like had a heart attack. It was crazy.
But think about that though, like people with a big name like that, always getting recognized like that. That's probably such a good like just feeling. Like,
I feel like
getting like 50-50.
Yeah.
Always being recognized.
Dangerous.
Yeah.
Very dangerous for the ego.
All the time.
Yeah.
But like when you're coming out of a coffee shop like in the morning, you don't want to talk to anyone.
Yeah, exactly. Like imagine being like who do you think of as like imagine being fucking Kim Kardashian. Like you can't go out in public.
She can't even move her sunglasses without someone reporting about it.
And it's like then like everyone's
that's next level
like
shit.
The thing that freaks me out is like people treating me like I'm just not another person. Mm-hmm. You know? Yeah. That's why like I don't
boy.
Like
chill out with that.
Wait, what? What did you say?
I said you ain't there yet.
No, exactly. No. That's what I'm saying. Like the thought of that. The thought. No, people like come up to me and be like, oh my god, like you're taking my picture now. Like fuck no.
Expect more. I'm in a mood
like
today.
the idea of that is like, it's cool to like think about and be like, yeah, that'd be sick.
Like
but
the
at the
stardom, fame,
the same time, it's like, I don't know if I'd want that.
I want
Like,
to be
I
able
don't
to go
want
out in public and not worry about someone trying to hurt me, steal me, take me.
Yeah,
Steal me.
take me.
I want to circle back real quick because this might sound immature to some people, but like recently, at least over like the past year, I've been like realizing some mad adult shit. Like there's always a process. Yeah, there's like a process to do most things that like you never really thought you could do. So I wanted to ask obviously not right now, is definitely a terrible time to do it with COVID and everything, but you guys ever think about like actually having a physical storefront for the clothing
We thought
brand?
about it.
Yeah,
we definitely thought about it. We've also thought about doing like some pop-up shops.
That was a big thing. We really wanted to do pop-up shops.
Like right
like how so?
Right when COVID started, we were about to start going campus to campus, going to parties, stuff like that, hosting parties even.
That'd be sick.
Popping up at like the whatever
little
the
promos
quad,
in the backyard, something like that.
Yeah.
Have a bunch of people over.
Yeah,
That'd be
Stuff
sick.
like that.
We've had ideas like that for a long time. Flea markets, everything.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say, is like flea markets. And like, I mean, for example, like here, there's like down the street during the summer, there's like a little like fucking
Like a farmer's market.
yeah, like
type
a little
thing.
farmer's market thing every like Wednesday or some shit. Like doing something like that. That'd be cool.
Yeah, storefront that'd probably be something far down the line.
yeah.
That would be awesome.
Where would
But-
you, if you could have it anywhere, where would it be?
I mean, I know where I'd put it. It'd be tricky, but fucking, dude, I'd say like go fucking all in, do a trendy ass place like Brooklyn or in the city.
That would
be
that would be
tough.
sick.
Yeah.
That'd be a tough
But
spot.
I think it would also be cool to have like a nice store like in Brick, like where we're from, you know.
That's
Yeah, that'd
true.
be cool.
That's like a
That'd be,
staple.
I mean,
a Jersey experience in New York. That's actually probably a bad.
Yeah, like I feel like
Then you
New
can
York's
expand
dead
out to
though.
it.
Once you get that
That's true.
staple, that one, you just branch off from there.
Yeah, like
A
Jersey
Streets
Mike's.
in California,
Exactly.
Florida.
Jersey Mike's all over the
Exactly,
fucking place.
everywhere.
That's
Yeah.
true. Yeah.
Yeah.
You just
I'm
bring,
like,
you bring the
In
experience. all
Virginia,
over,
it's
you know?
like Jersey Mike's. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, sure.
I realized I was bad at that shit. I was talking to my friend Emma, who's like, she went to school for pretty much like marketing and stuff, mostly for like music and whatnot. And then but she was like moving to Connecticut or Vermont. And then I was like, oh, you just like spread the local X only name around there. And she was like, this is why you need someone like me. You need you're like advertising on local X like podcasting
but-
somewhere to people who aren't locals.
No,
I was like, yeah,
but
makes sense.
everyone's local
Yeah,
somewhere.
everyone's
no one
local.
gets it.
No one gets
There's
it, bro.
locals everywhere.
I should have assumed that not everyone was highly intelligent as me.
It figures, bro. It figures you would think that. You watch Rick and Morty.
Yeah, only smart people understand that shit.
I don't think I've ever seen that show.
Oh, that's blasphemy.
You should, but stay away from the fan base. It's not a fun place.
It's people like me. See in my room?
Facts.
The fucking
The tapestry.
yeah. Nah, this is a blanket, but yeah.
So anyway, what did you have? You look
Yeah, I
like
mean, I got a whole bunch of things. I guess this would be a good question for now. Kind of. So like when you started versus now, what was the like big picture? Like, has it grown a lot since,
So,
or like do you
yeah.
still have the same goals?
Like, you know,
Like
everything,
1, 5,
everything
10
evolves
year
over
kinda.
time, and
Mhm.
everything changes over time. So at first it was like we want to sell all these, make a store, whatever it is, have like all these designs like go out, so many of each one. But now I got to the point where like I want more of like a custom feel. I want to do like I like doing one of ones. Like 'cause if you think about it, like being the only person in the world with this garment, like this sweatshirt, it's kind of a cool feeling.
yeah,
That's
is
badass,
like that
yeah.
sweater that you have? Is that a one?
These
The pants?
Exactly. Everything.
Yeah.
So it's like starting to do that. Like I've been thinking of either getting one size and doing a design like that, or doing like a small, medium, large, extra large, and doing one of each size with like whatever design it is, like the custom. So you're the one with the large, you're the one with the small, like 1 of 4 type of thing.
Yeah.
2 of 4,
I
3
see.
of 4, you know?
So now, how would you distribute that pretty much? Because you say you only have 4
Instagram kind of
pairs of
thing, or-
sweatpants.
I've been thinking about like doing like just basically like an Instagram post of this is what I just made, like this is what we got right now. If you want it, it's yours. Like just message us. If it's your size, take it, definitely.
Word. So it's just like first person to get it.
Exactly.
You got it.
Like I don't care who takes it. If someone wants it, it's yours.
And when you do it that way, you can also put out a lot more designs.
Exactly. You don't gotta worry about mass producing.
You do like a drop every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So you're only dropping 4 things at once.
You know, that's actually a great thought process. I never thought that like clothing brands would do such a thing.
That's tough.
What is it? Oh, is that the Cheyenne
Yeah,
Dan?
sorry to cut you off, but shout outs to Cheyenne Dan because he does
great
embroidery.
That's great.
And it's like all different, like it's the mouse is the like logo for the band, and he does like all different like variations of it. Like
the
there's
Life is Good characters.
yeah,
with
yeah, yeah.
That's a real good take on a shirt. I
No,
like that.
yeah, dude,
that's hard.
Like stuff like that. Even have
It's
you thought about getting into that, like embroidering?
Embroidering's hard.
Yeah, yeah, dude,
bro.
I was like super inspired when I was like started seeing all of his shit, and I was like,
I'm gonna try something like that.
yeah, I got the stuff. Not happening.
I gotta learn how to learn how to sew. What the
Yeah.
fuck?
No, I mean I know how to like do the shit, and then I like start doing it, and then it looks like fucking
looks like
garbage.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, I'm like, this is not it.
You gotta keep trying.
Yeah,
It's all just practice.
literally, but no.
it's just like
I'm practicing too many other things. It gets to a point where there's too much,
Yeah, man.
and then the other practices suffer. Sorry, Joe. Do you remember where you were going?
No, I was talking about how
totally cut you off.
I never thought that doing like a 1-to-1 type thing was something that like a clothing brand would do, because you know,
more of like an exclusive feel.
yeah, but it is. I think it's a pretty universal feeling, like y'all was saying, that it's dope for someone to think like I have the only one of this. Like that's the only reason why I bought my quote unquote vintage bass guitar. Like I had 4 guitars. I did not need another, but like I saw it and like
the one with it.
Exactly. It was like a homemade, like handcrafted in this some dude in his garage in the 70s. And I was like, I want to have that because like it's the only one.
It's
gotta
be me.
Exactly. So I was like,
Which one is that? Is that the one in Armin's?
No, that's a Epiphone Thunderbird. It's the Frickenbacher.
Yeah,
the one that looks like
yeah.
a Rick, but is not, the yellow one.
That's funny. So like back to the question. So like when you first started, what was the like what was the
right.
the dream like goal?
So it's gonna sound corny, but it's like having a clothing brand, going to California, just living life like that. But it's like at this point, if you look at the people in California, they're all fake, miserable people.
Yeah.
No one wants to be like that.
Yeah.
I'd rather
I just want the weather.
Exactly.
I want the weather with other people. Hawaii.
Exactly.
Why?
Exactly. Something like that. Just something to I want to just chill with my friends at this point and just do what we want. Just have comfortability.
Yeah,
You know?
exactly. Don't need nothing big. You just want
Exactly.
Both
So-
clothing and financial.
Yeah.
Literally.
Not be a bad thing.
Hell yeah, man.
So like that's where it started, right? Is that still like where it is basically, or has it evolved?
It changed from wanting to go, at least for me personally, like it changed from wanting to go to California, get a big house, have like these parties all the time, just live life like you see on social media, to like just getting like a nice house or something, just chilling, like a house together. That would be sick. Having some roommates like that and just
Just
chilling.
like always be
Not
just
worried
the
about going
9 to
out.
5 being like doing your fucking
Yeah,
thing.
you know, like when you first started, you kind of have this thought that, you know, it's going to take off and this is what you're going to do for the rest of your life and this is how it's going to be.
But it's like, how are you
And
gonna
then
make
it's
that
like
happen?
you said, you kind of grow up a little bit and you get these adult type thoughts, and it's like you might have to reel it back a little bit and be a little more realistic on what we want to do and how we want to do it.
Like, yeah, that'd be a nice future.
Like how long it'll
but
take to
what
get
are we gonna
there.
do in the present now to
Yeah.
get to that future, you know?
And part of
Yeah.
the thing that's really on like an optimistic side of those adult like realizations, you can come to the thing where it's like there's a way to go about doing this, like,
Yeah,
but
completely.
it's a pain in the ass and it's like depressing, but it's like I gotta get a loan or I gotta get my credit up and this type of shit, you know. But it gives you like kind of at least something. Just like I know that I have to do.
There is a
You know,
process.
I have to do X so that way I can do Y and Z.
Yeah,
type
you're not
vibe,
gonna
you
wake
know?
up and have it all tomorrow, but if you do
Yeah.
X, Y, and Z, you're gonna wake up one day and have it.
Yeah,
Mhm.
exactly.
It's just not gonna be tomorrow.
Yeah, that's something that I feel like I've gotten caught up in a lot, and like I feel like I'm in a good place in the process of like, I don't know, accepting or just like being cool with
Like your mindset.
just being
about
cool with
everything.
where you are right
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
You know, is that something that you guys struggled with a lot along the path
Definitely,
of being
totally,
like
definitely.
like where you want to be versus where you are, and just
Yeah.
like focusing so hard on like where you're gonna be in the future that you're not like here.
I've
Mhm.
always used to think about like I would let like a week or two go by of not doing anything, and once that would happen, I would be like, I just had 2 weeks of time that I could have been working doing stuff, and now I wasted it. Now I just like I'm where I was 2 weeks ago, and sometimes it happens like months at a time, even a year at a time it happened. So
Mhm.
it's like if I put in like all the work this whole time, like from a year from now, I could be in such a different place. But you just got to put the work in,
Yeah.
because like stuff doesn't happen in a day. But if you let days go by, it's not gonna happen in a year either.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like you got to actually like be consistent, like work with everything. And once you do that, like you start to get in a groove, a nice routine, and it'll happen. Like when you put work into anything, like there's no shot it's not gonna take off.
Yeah,
It
there's
might
always
be slow, but it's gonna happen eventually. Like you're gonna get your time. So
Yeah.
you just gotta work until you get it. You know?
When there's input, there's output.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. I
What you
remember
put in, you get out. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember once time, it was way back in my first band. My two guitarists went to a show for a band that I'm not gonna name because they're not good. One of them's not a good person anymore, but they like just met the dude like outside the show and like gave him like a CD of our album, and then like on the next, they went and saw that band again like fucking 6 months later or whatever, maybe a year later or something. Homie actually recognized my buddy and was like, yo, I listened to your shit and I thought it was dope. But then they started talking, and the one piece of advice he gave him was like, yo, it takes a minute. It
Yeah,
takes a
definitely.
while to like, he was like, yo, we started this band back when we were like,
Yep.
20 and 21,
Yep.
and like they didn't get picked up
Mhm.
until they were all like 27, 28 type vibe. It was
That's
like,
like-
it takes a while, you know,
When
you
you
gotta,
see people doing like well and like being successful online, like that's all backed up by like years of work and like years of just
That
like
you're
effort,
not seeing.
that you don't
Yeah.
see it.
Yeah, no one really
That's why I
understands
can't.
how much time
Exactly.
goes into getting all that.
Yeah.
You see it, oh, I want that right away.
Yeah.
I want it now, which I fall
Yeah.
into that too. I
Yeah.
see stuff and I'm
Everyone
like,
does.
oh man, I need that now. And it's like, all right, well, let's look at it a little more realistically. And
Yeah.
a few
How
years
am I
down the
gonna-
line, that would make sense.
exactly.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Stuff
why
like that.
it bothers me when you see people on Twitter like being like, oh, this artist or band, they released no music this year, like what the fuck? And it's like, bro, you realize how long it takes to make an
Yeah,
album, bro?
Exactly.
Yeah, they have no idea.
Like,
They
you
have
want to
no
put out a
idea.
good body of work, and like artists, like their tastes change like over time, like of their own music. They don't want to make the same stuff over time. They gotta
Yeah.
like make a new sound, like new flows, everything.
Exactly.
Try
My
new
man
stuff.
could have made half of an album and then just got inspiration from someone else.
Exactly.
I'm gonna
Just scratch
scrap
it.
that.
Heard a completely different song. It was like, no, you know what?
I want to do a
I
whole
like that.
thing. Like,
Exactly.
yeah,
Exactly.
like leave him be.
Mhm. Everything takes time.
Yeah, man. Real quick, because I do want to actually talk about music with you two, because I know there's the AJE music thing
Yep.
happening. But on the clothing aspect, I'm gonna assume, just like most other talented creators, you guys are always passively just constantly thinking about new designs
Yeah.
for things,
Yeah.
just like all the
All
time.
the time.
But when it comes to making a new design
Mhm.
for pants, shirts, hoodies, whatever it is, what is, not only what is that process like, but what is a good design to you, and like how do you feel like, you know, would be a good design for the AJE brand, I guess?
So pretty much like scrolling through like any social media, you get inspiration like of like the ads, like you were saying, like you see stuff, you like it, so it's always going to be in the back of your head, and it's going to come through one of the days. So I'll wake up and like I'll think of like what I can possibly like make, what can I design. And I'm not like a great artist or anything. Like I try my best. Like I've made like all of the designs myself, but it's like it is hard at the end of the day. So I kind of just kind of just whatever comes to my mind that day, I'll try to make it. Like whatever it is, like the first thing I think of, I'll try to make it. And if it's not good, I'll just go to the next thing. And most of the time, it's like it's a good idea, but I don't know how to go about it at the time. So I'll save it, and then I have a folder on my computer of just like pages and pages of designs that I've made, and I'll either go back to one of those and get inspiration and then try to fix that, or I'll just look at that and then something else will come to mind and I'll start on something new. And like you said, like what is a good design? Like it's just like kind of what I think, like I get excited when I see it. I'm like, oh, I'm excited to like wear that. Like I show Gianni, like they're like, oh yeah, that's cool. And like the tiger one, like that's probably one of my favorite designs. Like it's just something unique. Like you don't see like things climbing on the logo, stuff like that. And it's like just like the colorway, like everything, there's so many aspects of what makes it good. Cause like it's like the garment you're putting it on, like the actual print, whether it's like direct to garment, screen print, embroider, which I think is the best embroidering, but like we know it's hard.
Yeah. So, and more expensive.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So it's like, especially now doing like the wanting to simmer down, like do like the low quantity, like the customized stuff. I can do more like complex designs, and I'll pay the fee for whatever it is to get it done, because I'll sell it for literally whatever the fee was. I'm not going to try to like flip it and make any money for that. Like that's not why I'm doing it. I just want like, I would rather get a name out there, get people out there that like know that it's good quality, like giving it to you. Yeah. Like you beforehand of me coming here, you knew what like the quality of the stuff was. And it's like, I don't want to like myself put out something I wouldn't want to wear. Mm-hmm. If I don't want to wear it, people aren't going to like it. They're not going to come back and get something else. So it's like, it takes a while. Like sometimes like I've gotten stuff like made and delivered, like boxes of like small, medium, large, extra large, like all the quantities. I didn't like any of them. The quality was bad. They shrunk super fast. I just left them in the box. I was like, I can't do anything with this. Mm-hmm. So I never even did anything with it. Never posted the design, nothing. And stuff like that happens, and it's discouraging, but it's like you learn from it. So it's not really a bad thing at the end of the day. And when you finally do get something you're proud of, it's worth like all the mistakes
shit
and everything. Yeah. You're like, all right,
all the ones that you
sick.
fucked up on. It is what it is, because this is the one.
That's that's definitely something that I kind of struggle with, like back to like the quality, like knowing that it's good quality, and like because part of me is like, yeah, I want to tell people to buy my friend's stuff, but sometimes people's stuff kind of sucks.
Yeah. Or like,
and it's like
what a song, and it's like it's not that great.
Yeah, like, and I'm like, dude.
Like I want to help you, like, I do, but
and the thing for me is like genuinely like, I'm very bad music wise, because I just like anyone I know or like as a person. Like I just automatically love their shit. Mm-hmm. So like I could be hyping someone up on some like garbage, but like I like it because it's them, you know? Yep. But like with something like that, like with the quality of clothing, sometimes it's like, oh, this feels like here. Like... there's no video, so let me.
Here it goes. He gets so excited.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's just I don't know.
It's just
it's one of those things,
simple band merch.
Call them out. Throw shade. Go do it.
That's fire.
That's pretty tough.
Oh yeah, you brought that to work, dude. That is gas.
Yeah, shout outs to
No one can hear you.
not to take light away from the boys here, but shout outs to Death Reef's new drop, because this shit is fucking, that's fire.
That's sick. No,
the design, he draws all this shit. Like he's an insane artist.
He's really talented then.
Yeah.
If you can like do all that, make it
he's
come
coming
to life
on soon.
Actual like design and stuff like that, put it out there.
Yeah, that's the thing is like a lot of the time you can't like translate some like sick drawing onto something and like have it still look good.
Down.
Yeah. No, he definitely does a really good job of like, he did this he's like, I have one of his paintings in my room. I'll show you guys later. Mm-hmm. But yeah, something too I wanted to throw in that we kind of moved past it, but like the idea of like for me, my goal with every day is like something I live by is like both make tomorrow easier than today and like be a little bit better at anything than I was yesterday.
Yeah, 1% better each day.
Exactly. Like just like baby steps.
Just slowly getting better.
Something's better than nothing.
Yeah. Exactly. Little baby steps.
Yeah, I'll try new things every day for like whether it's different design tactics, different like print styles, like different vinyls for the print, different ink, whatever it is. Like I'll try stuff all the time. I'll go to different websites, see what's got like see who has the best options for like product garments and everything, and just like what I can do. But sometimes like you just aren't interested in it at that day. So
and like also like finding shit that you don't like, you know, is like good too. And like even now, like if you can be like, oh, that like this is bad, like I shouldn't do this, like that's good because you're learning.
Exactly.
You know, like you just gotta
anything from it. It's not worth anything. It's not doing you any favor.
Just gotta always be moving forward.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
So something I wanted to ask about was like where the time flies like idea concept.
Oh yeah, I wanted to know
came from.
So
gives me 80s vibes.
Again, when we were like coming up with the name and everything,
kind of wanted something that would stick.
Yeah, like
something that would kind of make sense.
Something that makes sense. And actually, one of our first designs was I don't know if you've seen it, the little clock on the back with like the AJE and then the TF on top. We came up with the clock and we were trying to figure out something that went with the clock, and obviously time. And we were like, just something
the
like...
clock was first?
Yeah, we just came up with like, we wanted to do something like that with the arms and everything, like for our lettering. And we wanted to figure out the logo to put at the top. And that's what we got the time flies because of the clock. And time flies, like time really does fly if you think about it. Like
ties
it's
into
common
the whole
sense.
Jersey experience.
Paradox.
Yeah. Really enjoy yourself.
You gotta just live your life, like enjoy what you have now.
It's such a paradox too, because at the same time I feel like sometimes I'm like, oh, it's only been like that long. Like you ever like it's like so, and then at the like you could look at one thing and be like, oh, like I feel like that happened like a fucking year ago, but at the same time you look at something else that happened like, and it's like, oh, I felt like it was yesterday.
Time hits different.
Time hits different
in Jersey.
Year of high school,
time moves different in Jersey.
That's fucking insane.
It's almost a decade.
That's gross. That is so gross. Dude, but then at the same time, you could like mention a party, and I could be like, "Oh, dude, that feels like it was yesterday." You know?
Yeah.
Like I feel like I was like in fucking Jackie's backyard, like fucking the other day, and it's like, oh wait, like at fucking beer Olympics or some shit, and I'm like, oh wait.
I was looking at a picture of us from one of the
you remember parties you go to?
Some. Some. Big some. Yeah, like dude, that's insane. 8 years ago.
Nuts. I thought about that the other day because time flies. Because my friends that I met at Donovan, I've known them for 8 years now, and it's crazy because like I feel like I just met them, but like we've had so much time together. We have so many memories together, so it makes sense that it's 8 years, obviously. But it just feels like it's crazy to think about, like how fast time flies, and you don't really change that much within that time, but you do at the same time.
Yeah.
Like I'm still the same Alex. Like I want to hang out with my friends. Like I wanted to hang out with them in sophomore year, but I'm 21 now. Kind of have to be an adult. Kind of have to like actually live life.
Right.
So it's like,
you gotta throw that.
It's weird.
We'll put that on the Instagram post.
Is that a baby Jack? Is that a tiny Jack?
This will be on the Instagram post. Look at the Instagram and you'll see.
At all.
Whatever, dude.
You like looked at, what is this, your freshman year of high school?
No, it was sophomore junior probably.
Yeah, I think it was junior.
Bro, you
Was
just
I
like
ripped?
you hit the pause button.
Probably.
No, dude, because I was like fat and then I got ripped and then I got fat again and now I'm like not ripped but like back to like being
in much better shape.
fit looking And so like I feel like I just look like I did my junior year, and it's like this whole in between was just like me like fucking up.
Bro, you want to see a drastic change? I ever show you the music video of my old band?
Yeah. Did you have short hair?
Purple hair.
Right? Purple. Wait, did you have short hair?
Short purple hair.
Short purple hair. Yeah. Dude, it's different person.
This was wild.
Yeah, that's fucking Jesus.
And that was only like 3-4 years ago.
Jeez.
Yeah,
That feels, and again,
it feels like
yeah, time flies, bro. That
Yep.
feels like ages ago.
Time flies. That really hits different. Is there like, is that what it's always gonna be, or are you looking to?
That's kind of like a staple, like
Like it'll always be like
our
a
slogan, kind
one of the lines.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is
Gotcha.
that gonna be like a? Because I know there's some clothing
Like
brands
different
this is the
collections.
Time Flies series.
There's always gonna be
Yeah.
like, there's always gonna be
yeah.
like a Time Flies collection, whether
Gotcha.
it's
Collection, yeah.
with whatever it is or separately. Like
Mhm.
that's always gonna be thought of on top of doing like an age,
Mhm.
like an age logo garment or like something else, something new that we haven't done.
That's
Mhm.
actually fire. I love it because I feel like you can do a lot of dope ass shit.
Yeah,
with the Time
that-
Flies
that's like
kinda
a
theme,
really-
you know?
That'll always stick.
Yeah.
Time flies all the time.
I like
Forever.
that too. Like the idea
Just
of
gonna go
that,
on.
like different collections, kind of. You know, like different. So like whatever, like a winter, summer, spring, whatever
Yeah.
the fuck, like, and then like different ideas like that. Definitely really cool.
When we made the white storm hoodie with like the thunderstorm and the TF and the Time Flies under it, that was also supposed to be followed with a gray long sleeve, like a tri-blend long sleeve with like the just like Time Flies going across the chest with like lightning bolts going through it. But that's the one that I got that was all fucked up and I didn't like, so I just never talked about it, didn't do
Yeah.
anything. And I was pissed, like I was excited for it, but it's just something I had to like just put to the side, like it's whatever at this point. But there's always gonna be a Time Flies like product coming out.
Nice.
there you go.
Always an option.
Something I wanted to ask about was the like I mean, you use the like Japanese, Chinese, whatever, what is it? The like symbols kind of.
It's I actually drew that too.
Oh,
The-
okay.
It's just
It looks Japanese.
Yeah,
I thought- I thought it was-
Japanese, like designer logo kind of type.
Yeah, I
need
would
to see
have
this.
thought
I
it
don't think I
was
saw this one.
okay. So it's literally just
This one.
Oh,
So it's like I just made like a scriptish T, but kind of like.
Oh,
regular
I see.
print. And then this F is backwards, but it's just like you can tell it's an F. So
Yeah.
it makes sense at the same time.
okay.
It's just different.
That's so funny. And then there's the other one too, the like yeah.
That
Dude,
one,
that's
yeah.
so funny. I thought that was like some like Japanese shit or something. Dude,
Yeah,
that's
people, yeah.
But it looks fire.
that's so
I dig
funny.
it.
Well, that
So-
answers that.
So I kind of wanted to talk about music as
Yeah.
a next, unless you're gonna stop
Yeah,
me.
before we go out of the clothing,
Go
I
ahead.
did want to talk about something that I really fuck with the brand because of is I noticed in the sweater on the tag, what is it, like recycled materials,
Yeah,
100%.
the quotes you just
Yeah,
did.
so you want to talk about that a little bit?
It was just an option of a garment we had, and I knew I wanted something along the lines of that material. And I saw it, I was like, oh, it's recycled. Like that makes so much more sense to do than just some regular like other brand. I was like, it's gonna at least like do good, and it's gonna feel good at the same time.
Yeah.
Our little
And-
way of giving back.
Yeah,
almost, you know?
You gotta do something at least. Like,
Yeah.
Try to make more sense to
When I saw that, I was like really surprised because sometimes you get like stuff like that and
like
it's like
Hanes or Guild and stuff. That
feels
just,
like
fucks
garbage.
everything up, and then
yeah.
Yeah, I
but
feel
no,
like not
it's
a lot
like
of people like put
really-
that forethought into
Yeah.
doing some shit like that.
Yeah,
It's
is
an
that
option.
something
Yeah,
that
no
you
one
like?
really thinks about doing stuff like
Yeah,
that. It's
Yeah.
like the
if
little
it's an
things.
option, I'll always take that way. It's
Yeah.
easier. The products always feel better too.
Yeah.
Just a
So
little side note.
So like, is that something you're always gonna do, or will it sometimes not be, or if you have
Sometimes,
the
like,
option,
yeah,
you're gonna?
if you have
If the option's there, we'll
Nice.
definitely go that
Fuck
route.
yeah.
but
But
like if you want to do like
Respect.
some sort of like tie dye or like some sort of
Yeah.
like crazy print like that, I think you gotta like subside and just
Yeah.
get the regular. But yeah, if it's an option, always gonna get that.
I'm assuming that like having that, like choosing to have it be 100% like recycled materials probably limits certain.
Yeah, like what you can do.
Yeah.
Like what? Yeah.
There he goes again. The fuck
goes
are you
Mad
on?
man.
All right,
Mad
I have permission.
Oh wait, actually, before go to the music, I want to talk about the website for the clothing.
Yeah,
I'm actually gonna start doing. I've been painting a lot,
Ooh.
and I'm kind of decent, so I'm gonna start doing like just random paintings. I'm gonna put them on the website, like just for free shipping, everything.
Really?
If people want it, I'm gonna send it to them, like stuff like that. I'm gonna try to start doing like more customized stuff, like everything custom.
Just
now.
content.
Yeah.
Yo,
some more stuff putting
Push
out.
content.
Facts.
Yeah.
So is it like straight up like watercolor, canvas, acrylic type shit, or like digital?
oil paintings, like everything, like some pretty decent stuff. And I can either do something that people want, or just if they like what I. Yeah, you like that?
I like that.
Or like if the people just like what I make, like they can have it. Like I don't need it. I just like making, you know.
I'm down as fuck with that, and mad respect because that shit is hard.
Thank you. Yeah,
Painting is not easy.
definitely takes time. I got lucky. Like I never like did any class for it, but like I'm okay enough to the point where I can think about giving it to other people and like being okay with like, all right, they have this, like it doesn't look like shit or it looks like shit, but they can still have it.
Want it.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. You never know because like it's really dope about just any kind of art, but like
everyone's
with painting,
got their own take on it.
Yeah, exactly. And also you can see like a progression, like you know, their first painting to like
That's
the most
the thing,
recent one.
like,
you know?
Exactly.
Say one day somehow my name gets big for being an artist, or just anything tied to me gets big. Say you have the first ever shitty painting I made, and it becomes worth something.
Is
That's
Alex
cool.
Francis's early work?
The early work.
Yeah.
And now you got me like making something a little better.
Mm-hmm.
And like it just, like you said, it's a timeline of just progression. It's nice.
You know, it's interesting you bring that up because now I want to ask. I don't know how much you pay attention to like the art world in general, like how it is now, but it's kind of contradictive. I mean, this might be a little bit more of my opinion rather than a fact, but what I see from what I know of the art world, it's a little contradictive because now it's not about the art too much anymore. It's about the name behind it.
That's the thing. It's like resellers have become such a big thing, and like people just want like the name, and then they can get their flip it and make their profit off of it. Or they could have it just for the name, like you said. Like they don't care if it looks good or anything.
Right.
I don't like that.
Yeah, like Supreme, Yeezys. Like
it's all about
you guys
status.
like Yeezys?
Yeah.
I don't mind it, but it's like I don't go out of my way to like get that stuff anymore.
I don't like
Or
those
my
shoes.
Yeezys here.
Oh, you.
I saw those.
Let me
But see, like
before
those
I
are fire
talk
though.
They're
I like
comfy
those.
as
All right,
Nice
yeah.
little white.
So the original ones, like, are those the
They
original
beat the
ones?
shit.
They're like the original like shape, yeah, but not like the.
They're not like one of the first ones. I can
Yeah, I feel like the first ones were very like. There was a lot going. I
They were
don't
interesting.
know.
Bulky.
Yes, and then I just like didn't get it.
Mm-hmm.
Like same thing with like Supreme. Like
it's just the name behind it.
exactly.
It's just the name behind
and
it.
I'm like he could have done anything, and it would have everyone would have reacted the same way.
Right.
Like his foo Crocs.
I don't even.
They sell
I'm not
out
even
all the
familiar.
time.
I don't even want to know.
There's
crazy.
But yeah, I feel like that exact thing sets a very ominous precedent for art in a way, which I remember me and some friends, we got deep into a case of beer one night. We were like the probably the scariest question that to come up was like, what is art? All right.
Oh, man.
And we went off on that for a minute, but I've come to the conclusion, or not the conclusion, but my opinion is that not everything is art, but everything can be.
Yeah.
And part of the thing about like the art world with like a name behind it, my dad works for like a union in the city, so he puts up like conventions and shows and stuff like that. And there'll be every now and again I have to put up an art show, and he's seeing like these paintings that are worth like $60,000 or some crazy price tag on them. It's a big white canvas with white paint on it and like 2 red stripes.
Yeah, like
right.
Everything is art.
But now here's the thing, right? I'm not about to look at a giant white painted canvas with 2 red stripes on it and say that is an art, because it is. it all,
It's in the eye of the beholder.
yes. But now that's also goes against another belief
Yeah.
I have about art, which is that art is for the artist.
Yeah.
And I got yelled at by a buddy of mine when I said that, but I think I've said this on the podcast before, but I believe art is for the artist because an artist makes art because they can't live without making art.
Yeah,
and that's the
agreed.
reason why an artist would make art is because it makes them happy. And then,
It's all about how you start.
So as you were saying, art.
yeah.
Yes.
Everything is art to me.
Yeah, no, that without going on too much of a rant, I was pretty much just saying that, like, there's a little bit of a fucked thing with the art world, how, the name is a little bit more important, but like, it's still all
I hope it gets back to
subjective.
being just about the art at
Yeah.
some point.
That'd definitely be cool.
As to where I was going with that, I guess what does I don't want to say, well, I don't think I was going to ask that question of like, what does art mean to you? But
I mean, it's a good question. I wouldn't complain. Before,
sure.
if that's before you go into that and answer that, I wanted to say that I appreciate how, I mean, you're talking about how you get like inspiration from things you see on Instagram, and like,
if I like it, I
you're
like it.
very like honest about the fact that it impacts you, and
Yeah,
I feel
definitely.
like some people try so hard to be like, no, it's 100%
All
unique,
original.
like it's all
Yeah.
original, like
No
like
way. You
you're
can't
so
live like that.
influenced by everything, it's like ridiculous. And like if you
can go
deny
about
that,
life
you're
and not get inspired by anything, then
yeah.
all
That's
BD,
wild.
but not me.
But
You
so
need stuff.
props to you guys for that. I mean,
Yeah.
you're the one who's saying it mostly. I'm sure you do the same thing, but
Yeah, he knows. Yeah.
I firmly believe there's nothing left in the world that's original. You can only strive to make something that's unique.
I
Yeah.
Yeah.
completely agree.
That's something actually that it'd be cool to, I mean, I guess prop this question to you guys as well, or like idea, but I've talked about it on the podcast before, the idea of like if you could have a like baby grow up in a lab, not ever hear any music or like art or anything,
Yeah.
and just like give them like as they grow up and like are older, like you can't do this because like it's fucked up.
Yeah.
But like like you completely ruin a human being.
Well,
But like
according to
if
some people,
if you could, like what would come out, like what they would create, if anything.
What would the baby create?
No, like what as it gets older,
would it
like
be?
so
Shove it
yeah.
to
So
me?
when it grows up, what would it make? Not having any influences.
Oh, exactly. Yeah.
You know?
Like,
that's a great way to
Like
put
if,
it.
if you
yeah.
just put like a piano and a guitar and like
Nothing.
a pen and paper,
Like, what the
like
fuck is
what would they
this?
do?
Because
yeah.
You know?
I don't think that's on the fluke chance of this, lab baby is even creative in the fact, because like it's not just
okay.
an artist. So an artist isn't just going to be like, oh, I'm, inspired by all these, people, this, that, and the third. And then like, that's why I make shit. There's always something that inspires them to be creative in the very beginning.
Yes.
Yeah,
you know what I
definitely.
mean?
Just like okay, so basically,
my answer is that they probably wouldn't be like creative at all.
that's fair.
They wouldn't create anything.
I think you said that. Like we originally were talking about this with the Beatles thing, but off the tangent.
Fuck that.
Anyway,
I'm not going down that rabbit hole again.
Lab
something
baby.
cool for you to think about, you know.
Yeah. No.
But
definitely.
anyway, so what to you guys would art be? What do you consider it?
To me personally, again, I'd say it goes back to art is in the eye of the beholder, but like you can't really just like slap anything together and call it art. You got to do it with like a purpose, and like you got to want to create something. Like
It needs to be
you gotta-
inspired.
You got to sit down, have an inspiration for something. Like it's got to mean something, at least to the artist.
Mm-hmm.
Because if it doesn't mean something, then what the fuck is it? You know?
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's why I always say that not everything is art, but everything can be.
Exactly.
It's like
That's perfect.
I
those-
think that hits the nail on the head.
Yeah.
Like those
Completely.
chairs over there on that table, I don't think that's art because those were manufactured in like an assembly line.
Yeah.
But you have a dude who's like a woodworker and
Makes
he's
it.
like loves it, that
Yeah.
craft, and
Yeah.
handmade.
Someone
like,
designed it.
Yeah, designed it and does all this, all that shit. And like that chair is
Yeah,
art,
art,
certainly.
exactly.
And my homie
Has
was
their own
trying to
form
tell
of
me
art.
that the toilet in the bathroom was art. And I'm like, I don't know about that, B.
But
no.
like the
If someone-
first, it was someone's art.
If someone intended for it to be art,
Yeah.
then yes.
Then
technically.
yeah, exactly.
To them, it's art. But
Mm-hmm.
it's again.
And then
Yeah.
like you
See
would
it as.
probably relate to this too, is like someone who does photography and takes pictures and stuff, then like stuff that just already exists. We like the whole idea of that nature is art, and like, or not even nature, things that aren't like in this room. It's about like any other art perspective.
Yeah,
and you know, that's
exactly.
like the soul of photography, where like I'm in this room, but from the right angle with the right lighting and with the right mindset, a photographer can see a piece of art right in the room.
If you have the eye for it, that's an amazing thing.
Yeah.
Like, you can make something out of nothing, literally.
But I remember we got on this tangent because I was reveling at the fact that you paint.
Yeah.
Yes, I want to talk about that.
What type of stuff do you paint? Just like out of curiosity, I really would love to see it.
Really anything.
Because
Yeah,
I'll
honestly,
throw some.
I started
Send me some and I'll put them on the Instagram post too, so people can be like, "What the fuck were they talking about?" Like,
Get them a little interested.
yeah.
we well, at least I started out doing like because we golf a lot, so I was like, what like do I like? Golf. So I made like a little like golf scene, and that was all right. And then I saw something on Twitter. You might have, or I don't know if you had Twitter. The other day, someone posted something. It's like I have it here. There's this where it looks like you're going around like a bend. That's not me. I didn't do that, but someone else did. It's like you're going around a bend of like a dark, like foggy forest with like headlights coming at you, and it looks cool. Like I like that, like stuff like that. Like it's just like a nice aesthetic to the picture. And
that's rad.
then there's another one. Where,
That was a drawn. Damn.
was a
I
painting.
thought it was when I first saw it. I thought it was like a picture of it.
And then
That's sick.
there's another one here.
It's wild.
This one looks like a blurry picture being taken.
Yeah.
So I did that.
Yeah, that's rad.
I tried
You
that.
did that?
No, I didn't do that. But like I tried to make something like that, and like it looks okay. So that's something I think I might put up to like have someone just like take on the website, like if they want it, or like if my friends want it, like I'll give it to them, whatever it is. But recently I've been doing, like, you ever see just like, I don't want to say compilation, but like just like a collage of like things people like, or like whatever they think of, they just like write it or make it down.
Right.
So I've been doing that with like oil paint. Just like a bunch of like just whatever I think of like to draw. The girl on the bottom, like the purple with the blue hair, that's my favorite one. I think
That's the one I was like zoomed in on. Like, right, that's really dope. You have very thick line style. It's almost I don't want to say comic booky in a way, but it looks like something out of like
pops
the pulps of like a friggin'
definitely
60s or 50s mag. I love the spaceman with the balloons with the planets. That's fire.
I think that's sick. I want to make that into like some sort of design, maybe.
That reminds me like vaguely of the Prince Daddy and the Hyena album cover. Gas. I love the teeth and the lips. Yo, that's really good, dude.
Thank you.
I love that.
That's the one with the giraffe in it.
Yeah, off the.
I was saying it's interesting because like no matter how great something is though, I have trouble remembering this, even though like I know it in my head, is that like to not compare yourself to other people all the time, because
you're your own person.
Exactly. But even still, like no matter how great something is, there's always like critique.
There's always something wrong with it.
Yeah, in a way.
At least in your own head. Like, for me, at least, like I always find something wrong with something I did.
Yeah.
Like I try, like not like self-conscious about it, but it's like I get like I get picky with what I do in a way.
But like with that painting you showed me, like the car coming around the bend and the foggy like scenery.
Oh yeah.
I don't know why the first thing, maybe it's because I was a lighting guy for a long time, but the first thing I thought it was like that lighting's a little off or something like that. Like, it should have been like object source lighting. It should have came out a little bit, but like, so you know what I mean?
People don't think about that. Like I think about that too, like lighting or like haze work and stuff like that. Like
sick, dude.
Thank you.
But like doing lighting with paint is fucking hard. I learned that I started recently doing I paint minis, like figures for like Warhammer. And tough. I started like very recently trying to do object source lighting and stuff. That shit's fucked because I'm really bad at dry brushing. So like I'm trying to do some wild shit, but like people don't think about
everything,
all that, you know what I mean? Like
goes into like a account when you're doing something like that.
Right, exactly. And that's something that I've started in the past couple of years, like took a lot of interest in, or like love seeing all the, like how that stuff is broken down, like because you'll have someone be like, oh, you're a great artist, where you just see this picture in your head and then you just like go at it. It's like it's not different. Really, like there's like what they call it, the like horizon line and like perspective, and then like this, that, and everything. It's nuts. It's crazy.
It takes time. Like sometimes, like you said before, like you could just change everything and then just have a whole different like perspective on what you want to do. It just takes time for like when you like it, and that's when like you finish it. Right. At least in my opinion, like when I'm like happy with it, then I'm like, all right, I'm done.
Yeah, exactly, man.
As it should be, but
yeah, that's something I struggle with a lot, is like knowing when to be done with something.
Yeah.
You know, like especially with like I write a lot, so like that's my like kind of artistic outlet almost, and like when I like go to rewrite, it's like when I'm in a different place, it's like, oh, like I want this to be completely different now.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's like, how do I capture the initial inspiration while being somewhere else, like and like wanting to change it? Like there's just a whole fucking paradox.
Yeah. Sometimes less is more though, and it's like knowing like the fine line of like when less is more or when you need more, but it just comes from like trying, failing, learning, everything.
All right. So I wanted to talk about the music aspect of AJE, because I didn't realize y'all did music and like have a gaming kind of thing until like earlier today, because when I was doing my research on y'all, I was just like scrolling through the clothing and the, you know, so where did that come from? What made you guys want to do in the music, and also what kind of music y'all do?
Well, it's more so of like how Local Acts Only is.
I think it's more to kind of build like a community.
Yeah, it's like
around the brand.
You post about music, you like music. I love music. I listen to music all the time. I haven't had like the opportunity to like really dive into that account yet, but I definitely plan to. But it's like I want to like just post like music content. I want to boost J&G like a lot. Like they're my favorite to listen to, so it's like even like if they weren't my friends, like their music is sick. Like I like that. I like the music no matter what. And like I would rather boost them, like boost people that like music, and like just like put out music content, like give like updates of what's going on in music, like stuff like that.
Oh, I see.
And whether it's like I also like I'm interested in producing music. Like I like doing that. Like I want to build it into making music and like producing, making music videos with like the videographing, the pictures, everything. Like I like there's so much stuff to do that like I want to do, but it's like I feel like there's no time, and COVID kind of fucked everything. Facts. But it's like this summer I'm trying to like actually like put that all into like fruition and like actually follow through with it, because like I've said like I want to use that account, but like I haven't done anything with it. But like I'm gonna actually like hold myself to it, and like I have intentions with it, definitely. But hopefully soon it starts coming through.
So when you say you want to do like slowly break into producing music, what are you thinking about? Like, what's your desires, pretty much?
I feel like I have a pretty big variety of like what I listen to. Like it's not like one set thing. It's it's more stuff than other, but I'll listen to anything, and whatever I'm listening to, like if I get inspired by that, I'll want to make like that type of beat or like that type of song, like get certain vocals from it for my friends or something, and like then try to make a song like that, or even like put my own vocals on a song, like make a song myself. But I just haven't like tried it, and that's the whole thing. Like you literally have to try stuff and see if you're good, see if you like it, whatever it is. But I haven't taken the time to do it yet, because it's something new, and like trying new stuff is kind of hard sometimes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Me embroidering.
Exactly.
Do either of you guys have like past experience with making music or playing instruments, anything?
Not me. In high school.
Had some music made about you.
Never too late to try, man.
No, exactly. It's never too late. But in high school, I had a music tech class, and that was kind of just like the first class was more so making music, like understanding like the fundamentals of music, like what everything is. And then the second year was all about like video and like the audio and video. So we had to like make our own movie scene, like make our own sound effects for the movie scene. So like stuff like that, like so like I know about it now. Like I want to dive into stuff like that. Like I said, I like trying everything, and it's like I want to get into it. but there's so many other things I want to do. So it's like, it's hard to just keep like sticking at one thing when you try to do everything.
It's definitely something I've been struggling with too. Cause I started streaming on like Twitch, and it's like,
keep at it.
Like, oh geez, like this is a whole nother fucking thing that I have to start fucking.
It's a commitment.
Like, cause it's
Everything's
like
a commitment.
It's like I'm where I am with music, and I'm where I am with the podcast, and I've like put this time into doing it, so I've gotten better at these things, and so like I get used to being good at something.
Yeah.
And then it's like when something else comes along, it's like, oh, I have to be bad at this and like learn how to do something again.
Yeah, man.
When I like know how to do these other things.
Like, good at something right away.
Yeah, like I started doing like a lot of yoga and stuff too. So like doing that, it's like, oh,
yeah,
like
I've seen you on the beach in the morning. How's that been,
dude? So I do it
mad early, don't you?
Today I woke no.
Usually,
yes. So I've been on a little bit of a bender, and I'm like coming back into my regular routine, but I've been taking cold dips in the water.
No, that's sick.
Or like go doing some like cold water shit. And
crazy
that's
ass
really
motherfucker.
Yeah, I would.
That's really nice. I do that. So like I go do yoga, and then like I'll go down that way. There's like a blacktop, and I like go do yoga on the blacktop in the morning, and then I skate over. This is ideally, if my ideal morning is I go do yoga, and then I skate down, take a dip, come back, have some tea, relax, like get ready for my day.
Have you noticed a difference like doing that, like adding that?
Dude, so good. The other thing is like, cause what I used to do was just like,
do you wake up? Sorry, cut you off. Do all that shit.
Ideally, I will wake up at 6:00. Ideally, I'll be like 6. Start waking up at 6. Up doing it by 7. Because the thing for me is like, I always feel like I'm rushing.
Yeah.
Generally, you know, like,
yeah.
Or what I'll do when I have work, cause like I get very like drained from work, and like it's not like something that brightens my day having to go to work and like make money, but like I used to just stay in bed until I had to go to work, and then go to work, and then come back and like do nothing and go to sleep, and then
you would feel like you had no day.
Exactly. And then like you have no day, and like you're wasting your day. I'm wasting all my time. Like I'm wasting my life away. And so it's like, okay, I need to start doing things other than just like sleeping and laying in bed and going on my phone until I have to go to work, right?
Trying to improve your like life.
Exactly.
Yeah, I've come to that realization too. I've started going back to the gym a little bit more.
Yeah. So just like work, like just self-improvement, really. You know?
Yeah.
Like mindfulness, all that, like meditating more, doing all that kind of shit. And it's like really life-changing.
Getting up early is like, it sucks, but like once you get used to it in the routine of it, it's nice.
Yeah. It's just so hard getting out of bed.
Accomplish so much.
So hard. It's the hardest thing for me.
Yeah.
I feel accomplish so much by the time people are like waking up.
Yeah.
And like you're done with your day, you can do whatever pretty much sometimes. And people are just starting theirs.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's nice. I think one time I woke up at like 5 something, and it was like I caught the sunrise, so I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna take my easel on the balcony. Like I have a balcony connected to my room now, and I live on the water, so it's just the sunrise and just the water. So I just sat there and I was just watching the sunrise, and I was just painting. I was like, this is sick.
Yeah.
It's like, it's just me out here, no one else.
And
this is sick.
Like, as opposed to just being in bed until you have to do something and then like going to do that. Like the biggest thing for me is like my phone in the morning.
Me too.
Like not just like don't check my phone.
Yeah.
Bro, get a flip phone.
Because nothing has to happen.
I miss that. I miss that so much.
Yeah.
Dude, literally all you need to just call people.
Yeah.
That's it.
Everyone had a different phone.
I've no
did the same thing.
Yeah.
Now everyone's got an iPhone or a Galaxy.
I have no text notifications, no any notifications.
Well, that's why you don't answer me.
Yeah, if you need me, there's a PSA. If you need me, call me, because that's the only way I'm getting back to you in a timely manner. You know, because like if I don't hear the phone, if it's not, to me at this point, if it's not important enough to call me, then it's not important to me. You know, like it just isn't. That's my like new thing with Instagram is like, even when I do have the app, my notifications are off.
Yeah.
So like I'm not
worrying about anything.
Like I just can't, and it fucks me up because like I've been in the past in in such a mentality where like if I text someone and they don't answer me, I'm like, what the fuck? Or like you know, like you get caught in that, or like why aren't they messaging me back, whatever. Like, and then
that's why you DM JASPO on Instagram for booking for its local accent.
literally, because I can't fucking deal with it, man. I just can't fucking deal with it.
So, yeah, no, that's wild. I always needed like some kind of outwards force to get, because like I have no issue getting up mad early.
Yeah.
Because like I come from like construction and like doing contracting work and stuff like that. I'll get up at 5 o'clock in the morning, go to a job at 6, start tiling a floor or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
Or like my old job in theater, do the same thing, working fucking 14-hour days or whatnot. Don't care. It sucks, but I'll do it. But like having like the self-discipline to get up just for no reason, but to like go fucking do yoga and skate. Like I can't do that shit.
Just to do things that you don't need to do.
I'll wake up whatever time it is, I don't care, but for a purpose. I'm not gonna like just get up and like, oh, it's 5 o'clock, let's fucking get up and have a drink.
Start our day.
Yeah.
Like,
start my day.
Yeah.
Like,
Let's go to the gym. No, I'll wait until a better time.
That's why it's a struggle. And when you ask me like what my schedule is, I'm like, well, ideally, like what I should be doing and want to be doing is different than what I'm doing always. You know, like there's weeks, like there was like a 2-week period where like my schedule was like fucking boom, like this is what I'm doing, this is when I do it, and don't fuck around, don't ask me to do shit because I'm not fucking doing anything. And then like I slip out of it and I'm like, so like 4:20 I go to my friend's house and I smoke weed, and then my whole everything is just out of whack, you know, like everything just becomes fucked.
So, you know, on that note,
and then I just go down the fucking rabbit hole of like back into my old habits.
So on that note, Alex, as like you said, you're pretty much working on the clothing brand, or just AJE brand in general, full time and stuff. Do you have like that kind of structure to like in your day when you wake up with like, this is what I got to do, and that kind of self-discipline?
I feel like once I go to the gym, I'm like that. But before I go to the gym, I have no motivation really sometimes, and it's like I just got to get myself to do something, and then once you get like those endorphins pumping, like you're like actually like up and like ready, like then it's like, all right, after this I'm gonna like get stuff done and like actually do it. That's why I try to wake up and just go to the gym, and then after that I'll like go about my day. So when I am able to do that, I'm most of the time always trying to work on something. Whether it's like just one thing a day or like 10 things, I just want to try to do something. Like he said, like get 1% better every day, like just anything. But ideally, yeah, I'm working on something like when I wake up, or at least have like something in mind of what I want to do, and then try to do it at some point throughout the day.
I feel like I always get, or I used to more so, always get caught in the like, well, I have 8 hours basically.
I can do it later.
And no, not even, well, that too. But like I have 8 hours. If I just do shit for 8 hours, like if I'm just productive for 8 hours, like imagine the things that would happen. Exactly, and then when I don't do that and I'm only productive for like an hour or two, I'm like so stuck on the like remembering that I didn't do shit for 6 hours. Yeah. And then I'm like bummed out the next day, and then it's like, you know, in the circle of that. And then, but I try to just focus on like what I did do, you know, and like what I'm going to do.
Joe, was that like for you, like having that kind of structure? Or
for me, it's actually the opposite, believe it or not. I don't really have that much self-discipline to get myself out of bed early and go to the gym and do things that I should be doing.
Not yet, though.
Not yet. It's gotten a lot better, you know, with the whole pandemic. Obviously, put me a few steps backwards, but you know, I got nobody to blame but myself because it's all self-discipline.
I did like backflips back.
Dude.
I was just like, but. I'm like,
I was going to bed at like 4:30 in the morning, waking up at like
I went to bed
3.
at 4 last night.
Literally.
Yeah, so did I. We got off Xbox at like 2:30.
Yeah, we were playing MLB all night.
It was awful, but
oh yeah.
I've you know,
playing
like
Dota till 4.
You come to the realizations, like you kind of got to figure yourself out here a little bit, and how much longer am I going to waste my days away not being productive, not doing anything. So it's just like taking small steps, trying to go to the gym 2-3 times a week, doing not the bare minimum, but like I said earlier, 1% better.
Yeah, getting to the swing
just
of things.
1% better. If you do something productive today that's more productive than yesterday, it is what it is. You know, you're on the right path.
I feel like there's still got to be like you definitely have like a great mindset for that though.
Yeah,
because
like you're on the path, you know,
the
like
same person pretty much. So it's like he does have it, but it's just like when you get used to not doing or not having to do anything for a while, like it's hard to get out of that. Like I started going to the gym again, like seriously, like I think like middle of February, and like I've been consistent with it, and like I felt better. So it's like I tell him as much as I can, like I do as much as I can to get him to like go and do whatever, and like it works sometimes, but like sometimes like it's hard, and like I get it. But
It's back to what you say, you know, you come home from a day at work and it's like, what the fuck, man? I don't want to do nothing.
like sit, watch YouTube videos, watch some Netflix,
get in the shower, smoke a bowl, and then you know, relax for the rest of my night.
Yeah.
But going back to it, it's like the discipline's there. It is there because I've grown up playing baseball, so like I haven't had summers off until I want to say like 2018, 19. That was when I can finally start enjoying my summers.
Yeah.
Where I wasn't training every day and then going to his house, or getting up early, going to play a game, and then going to his house. You know, now it's, I wake up, I can do what I want. I don't have to worry about being here, there, and the other place. And, you know, that takes over a little bit. So, but you kind of realize it and then you figure it out, and it's, you know, you got to get back to where you need to be, and you get there eventually as long as you take the right steps.
Yeah, but like you were saying before, like as long as you were doing something productive in your day, then like, you know, you're getting 1% better than and whatnot. But like me, I have a huge problem with like no matter what I do in the day, despite it being productive, I still feel like
not enough.
I'll have a day where it's like I need to, like, all right, I'm gonna pick up my bass and I'm gonna practice. I'm gonna throw down some improv practice, or I'm going to pick up the guitar and I'm going to try to write this thing that I wanted to write or whatever. And I can do that for hours, not get where I wanted to be, or like not get anything even sometimes, and just be like, I wasted my day, or I didn't do anything today. Even though I played for a while, or even like painting Warhammer figures, like I'll paint, even though that's like not as you know, there's not a lot of ambiguity like that in the same way that there is creating music and stuff like that.
But
it's
still
like
something.
But also in
it's
time,
like I'll finish like a figure and then I'll be like, I sat inside, I painted fucking Warhammer figures all day. What did I do? You know? And even though I like doing it, it's just like kind of fucked up. I don't know.
It's kind of like you got to be like selfish in a way where it's like it's okay to like do that.
Yeah.
You know, like
it's something you like. It makes you happy. I'm sure you had a good time. You enjoyed it.
it's hard. It's hard though. I used to be like that.
Yeah.
It's hard to like just be happy with what you're doing.
Right.
Especially when you see like with social media, like seeing everything else, like what people have going on, like they're only showing like the highlights of their life. So you think everything's like great and like they're living life, but like they're the same. Like nothing's different.
Yeah, they're just showing off what they've like put work into, rather than like what is happening every day.
Yeah.
What they get, you know, maybe once a month as to what goes behind the scenes every other day.
Exactly. Because with your life, you get to see literally every second
you see
of
the
it.
full thing.
So it's like,
you know,
don't compare your like all of your footage to someone else's highlight reel.
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah.
And that's still, you know, knowing that doesn't help. I remember I was working on music a few years ago, but it takes like, I got nowhere. I was like, this take me weeks to like even get a good idea. And then like it was Brockhampton released an album and it was like, yeah, we made this in 10 days. And I was like, fuck you. That's like ridiculous.
Yeah, but like
how'd you do that?
There was so much that like went into that beforehand, you know, like like while it was made in 10 days, like there's a lot of build up still, you know.
They wrote it
like
from scratch and made it in 10 days.
Experience though, like they had to experience all the things.
Well, yes,
that
too.
You know,
yeah, no, I know,
shit
I see
like
what
that. You know, like if they didn't have the last year, then that wouldn't happen.
Yeah.
A big thing for me too, like kind of circling back to what you're talking about, like being like, fuck, I like did nothing, or I just did this bullshit that I like didn't make me better or whatever. I feel like I do that a lot, but like I have this like in the back of my mind, I know that I need to fuck up and go on like a junk food bender and like relapse with shit, because at a certain point I'm going to be done with these things, you know, like I'm going to be over it. I'm going to be over this feeling. I'm going to be over, and cause like I got there with drinking, right? Exactly. Like I got to the point where I'm like, oh, like I'm like the last thing in the world that I want to fucking do, you know? Like I'm not doing this anymore. And it took so many times of like doing it and like doing it so hard that I was like, wow, like the next day it fucking sucks, and then doing it again and then doing it again, because you need to like do something a certain amount to get to a point where you're done with it, you know?
Yeah, it's all time and experience.
Exactly. And so like even doing that thing is helping you not do that thing anymore. You know, like it's a fucked up like kind of
is like bringing you closer to that point,
to being done with it. Yeah.
So now, how did you guys overcome any of those obstacles? I guess, like Alex, what you said, like being happy with what you're doing, or being able to, or did you have to? I don't know. Was it like
I think like a lot of it, like there was a point where when we lost the first account, like we stopped like even like talking about it, doing anything with it for like probably like 6 months, something like that. Like didn't even like acknowledge age or anything. And it was just because we like, you built that whole following, like you're getting such good interaction, and like it's just taken from you like for no reason. It's like, oh man, like what's the point like to do it again? Like it's not gonna be the same thing. But that was also like, I was going through like stuff with like relationships and stuff like that, and like it was just like all whack, and I got over that. And then as of recently, actually, like it's gotten like everything's gotten a lot better, like my mindset, since I've been going to the gym, believe it or not. Well, not believe it or not, like it's true, like it helps you. But like since I've been going to the gym, like I've been more confident with like everything, like just like the stuff I do, like what I put out, like just everything, like the way I go about stuff. And like I'm more confident in my mindset and where I'm at to like actually like put stuff out. And like now I don't worry about like anything, but I definitely used to be worried about numbers, worried about like what was doing well, what wasn't, like how I was going to do better, how I was going to get like 1,000 more followers in the next day or something like that. But it's like, I don't worry about anything like that. I haven't followed anyone on that account for like probably like a week or so. Like it's cool if you follow me, I'll follow you back, no problem. But I'm not going to go out like trying to find the followers that are like just going to sit there and not interact.
Yeah.
It's like, I'd rather have it come organically and like just build up like a real thing, like a real community of people that like actually like it.
Yeah. It gets to a point where you're just like I was just saying, you're just over shit. Yeah. You know?
Yeah, I think it's all like, about perspective.
Exactly. Yeah, really. Like that's what's happened with me and like the following with the podcast. Like I would be like, oh, I'm almost at 400 followers. I need to like repost shit and find new people to repost their shit. So like they follow me and their followers follow me and I have more supporters and blah, 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 blah. And then like now it's at the point where like the last thing I reposted was like I was at the place I do yoga and this girl like showed her song to like the instructor, like, and he put it on the speaker, and I was like, oh, this is sick. Like, what's your shit? Like, message me when I get home. I'll repost it all. And then it's like I repost it all, and then that's a follower, right? Or like, so she then followed, and not that's a follower. Like, you know, I didn't mean it like that at all. But like, yeah, right. No, but like that's now how I'm like, okay, that's how it's gonna grow. It's not gonna be. It doesn't have to be me constantly like
just following,
exactly,
spamming.
Like,
no.
Yeah, it's just like I always was like, oh, it's like organic, like it's gonna be organic, and it was organic in a way, but now it's really organic.
Like you wanted it to be, but it never was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'd rather build like a tight knit community of like the people I have following me now, and then build up from that.
Exactly.
just grab as many people as I can and like just force something.
Yeah, like grab all these people in, but they're only in on a very surface level.
They have no idea like
They'll look at your shit
any
every
correlation, like who I am,
Yeah.
what the fuck like ages, AJE, whatever, like anything.
Right. Exactly.
It's hard, but it comes over time.
Yeah, I'm very I'm so thankful for where my mind is right now with everything, because I'm like,
that's what I was gonna say.
Peace.
Mm-hmm. Like we kind of got to be thankful for the opportunities and the resources that we have to be able to be even put in a position to where we can make clothes and
not worrying about making clothes.
Dude,
and
I have
like that. You're making a podcast right now.
I have four mics. I have an interface. I have a computer. I know how to use the software.
Exactly.
Like I have everything I need. You know, it's like I have people who want to come talk to me. I have people like you guys. You know, like
exactly.
Yeah.
It is where it is. Everything is exactly how it needs to be.
Yep.
You SoCal Yogi. No, I'm kidding. So I wanted to
New Jersey Yogi.
I don't even know if that's an upgrade or not, but
No.
Anyway,
Jersey Shore Yogi. Snooki.
So I wanted to talk about. Oh God.
Yeah, she lives right next to
I live next to
Snooki.
Snooki. She's my neighbor.
Are you dead at? She really?
Yeah.
5 houses away.
Holy
Really?
shit.
Yeah.
That's wild.
It's like her summer house or something, but they've all been like moving and renovating it. They were all there yesterday.
Oh yeah. I remember one year when I was very, very young. My parents saw DJ Pauly in LBI once. And I was like, and that was like the highlight of their week. And I was like, did you guys talk to him or something? Like, no, I just waved. So I was like, all right.
See, that's the
It's
thing.
fine.
Like circling back, that like freaks me out is like the idea of like being famous, shit like that. Like someone talking about like having this conversation right here, being like, oh, like the local acts only guys shoot the podcast down the street from here, like shit like that. Like it's just like, oh, that's so weird. Like making someone's day by them just seeing, like it's so like
what? Like I'm just here, like
it's
doing
so
my thing.
like
Artist for the artist, Jack.
artificial, kind of like weird. I don't know. Freaks me out.
I wanted to.
Just reminded me of that. Sorry.
I wanted to move on to another topic that I was very curious to talk to y'all about, because there's a gaming aspect to AJE as well, and I want to talk about that because I love video games and a lot. So, what made y'all start doing that?
That's kind of really just for fun. Really build like a fun community, and it's really for like us and our friends. You know, it's like anybody who's got a clip you think it's kind of cool.
Everyone plays video
Send
games.
it in.
Like everyone does cool shit all the time. You're like, oh man, like I wish people saw that. Like with that, like people can see it. Like I'll put it. I don't care. I'll put it up. Whatever it is.
So it's not really like playthroughs or LPs with you all. It's
that's
just
the thing. It could definitely build into that because, as you know, gaming like it's huge right now. Like it branches off into everything, every aspect. So it's like, yeah, I would easily start doing stuff like that, but it's taking the push and actually like doing that. Like think about like going to make like the video. Like I've never done it before. That's very new to me. So it's like, I don't know how to go about it. It's all like learning something new. So it would definitely be hard at first, but I would do it. And even if it's like a group of people, I would do that too. Like something like that, just like a funny video, just a fun video.
Like same with the music, like a network kind of thing.
Exactly.
Right.
And I have a friend, Jared Casada. He's from Tampa, or Palm Harbor actually, in Florida, and he's always been like the best like video game player I've ever known. Like throughout my whole childhood, like better than any of our friends, and we've been telling him to stream for years and years and years, and he finally started when COVID started, and he's at the point now where he's got like 500 subs, 1,000 something followers. He plays with
Mike Trout.
He plays with Mike Trout, Justin Upton.
I don't know them.
Baseball players.
They're starters for the Angels.
Tariq
LA.
Cohen, and like he goes on. And like they'll like message him, they'll be like we need you, like we want you, like
That's what like seeing Ninja. Like, do you guys watch Ninja a lot? Yeah, like seeing him like Marshmallow,
Exactly.
like wanting to
Exactly.
being like, yo, let's play, and him being like, oh, I guess I'll play with him. He kind of sucks, but whatever.
Him
And it's like,
what? Him and his squad that he plays with, they were invited to Nick Merckx's like MFAM tournament, or like the $250,000 tournament.
Yeah.
So they played in that. They got like $1,500 out of it. It's nothing crazy, but like
Yeah, still
money
like,
for video
dope.
games,
Yeah.
no problem. So
Esports are a huge thing right now too. Like,
Booming.
he's been killing it on
Absolutely
stream,
booming.
and
kind of scary too.
Yeah.
like
Okay.
he's the type of person, like he has kill records in the world, but he doesn't do anything with it. Like
Yeah.
this one solo got 50 kills in a squads game alone.
What game?
Warzone.
Oh,
Warzone?
oh.
Damn.
That is the most anyone
That's,
has
like,
ever gotten.
insane.
I saw I forget who it was. Some streamer was like freaking out that he got a 45 kill game. I was like, Jared, you got a 50 kill game. No one knows about it. I was like,
Yeah.
put it out there. He put it on TikTok, like the highlights of it and like the showing of it. That it popped off. So
Yeah.
He finally got like a taste of it, and he's been doing so much better. He wakes up, he'll stream like whatever he wants to do, like if he wants to play Madden or something, and then at night he goes on Warzone and plays like that, like grinds that. He does tournaments. Like I've hosted like tournaments for him, like where the winners get like some of our clothes, whatever it is, like Rocket League tournaments, stuff like that. So like everything, like I'm trying to like branch into that heavily.
Yo, if my
yeah.
man's good like that at Rocket League, he can be an e-athlete,
Yes.
dude. Those esport tournaments.
Bro, the kids we were playing with were nasty.
They
I
sound-
got shit on.
Bro,
Absolutely shit on.
Watching video, first of all, esports sell out tournaments like the
Like it's
stadiums.
nothing. Like it's
Oh,
Stadiums
so
like it's
easy.
fucking
and
crazy.
then plus the live stream on top of it.
Yeah, exactly. It's like and hearing people go nuts over this shit. It's really awesome, especially
Yes.
like when I was a kid and like loving video games to like, you know, every kid in school played video games. A lot of
Yeah,
kids played like Call of
exactly.
Duty and this and that, but being like into video games and like all kinds or whatever, you were a dork or like you were weird and shit like
Yeah.
that. But
I'm
now it's
happy
like,
it's like
fuck
that.
you.
I'm
These
happy it's like how it is.
dudes out here taking home like $23 million.
Yeah.
These weirdos, dude, they got a lot more
They got a
fucking
lot
Yeah.
more money than you do.
And they get
Straight
paid
up.
to
Bro,
play a
that's-
game.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
and you go to a fucking 9 to 5 and you
Yeah.
hate your life. So fuck you.
Y'all ever see like what esports look like in like South Korea and shit?
Dude,
I don't
I'm-
think so.
I'm like
Oh
really
my God.
chaos, isn't
Dude,
it?
Probably
it's
nuts,
like
though.
Holy shit.
I heard this thing. I think it was so like in South Korea, like StarCraft and StarCraft 2 were like
oh, bro,
big.
There's so many games. where
You don't
they're
even
so
know.
big.
No,
You don't
and
even
so
know.
I heard this story that they have like football too, like American like football,
Yeah.
and it's like not big at all. And
Yeah,
so like
nowhere near.
one of the teams like managers got the football team's favorite esport player to come and like hype them up before their
Exactly.
big
Yeah.
game.
That's
Exactly.
nuts.
bro.
And it's like
Exactly.
what like the
That's
fucking big
nuts.
jocks
No, yeah.
got this
Yeah.
like
South, like,
famous
This
nerd to
little-
come
yeah.
hype them up.
in South Korea, like esport athletes on like the biggest team are like Dennis Rodman here.
Literally.
Like it's
Wow.
fucked up.
Literally.
And they seeing live feed of like the stadium where they have their shit.
It's crazy.
It sounds like
Absolutely
a war
crazy.
zone.
CS:GO
It-
tournaments are nuts.
oh my
Absolutely
god, dude.
ridiculous.
CS:GO is like, I feel like fans will actually kill each other. It's crazy.
Yeah.
And I saw like the Overwatch tournaments and stuff. You know what's hilarious?
Crazy.
You know what's hilarious? The American team, the USA team. There's 8 dudes on the team. 6 of them are Korean, and it's
Really?
like I was
It's
like,
like yeah, they're
that's pretty. It's savage. It's so dope.
Figures.
But yeah, man, I think that's I think it's a wild thing.
yeah.
Um,
But the age we're in, you might as well take advantage of it.
Mhm.
Like people are getting that much money, getting that like successful off of video games.
Right.
Why can't I be a part of that? you know?
Exactly.
Like why can't anyone do it? Literally anyone can do it.
yeah,
You just put time into it.
yeah, and then you guys can also just like do a YouTube thing too.
Exactly.
That's
You-
also good. You know.
You're not
Mhm.
limited to anything.
Right. What kind of games y'all like to play, or what games would you guys want to do?
I got into PC a lot. Like I got a PC during COVID, just because I was so tired of Xbox. Like I was so bored. So I got a PC. I started
Doo-doo.
playing Valorant a lot, and
Would you start playing
Valorant.
Valorant?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
like
big.
yeah, it's like CS:GO and
It's like the new
Overwatch
Fortnite.
combined.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When did that come out?
A little while ago, right?
July of last year, I think.
Oh fuck!
Yeah.
That one
It's
went
free.
over my
Late.
head.
It's free. It's
Big.
sick.
Big,
I got into that a lot, and that's where like that's the thing though. Like on the gaming account, people don't really know about Valorant, so it's like it's not like a big.
Real like it's one of the like top
I know. Listen, we know.
Yeah.
But it's like some people just aren't aware of like other games than what's like mainstream. Like Call of Duty, they know Fortnite, like whatever.
Yeah.
But it's like that's not like what is like
Not what's big within the gaming community.
Like if you really know, then you know like the other games, like whatever it is. But yeah, I play Valorant a lot. I play Call of Duty sometimes. Like I'm decent, but it's like Warzone. I think the games take too long, so I got bored of that very fast. But realistically, I would like to be obsessed with Warzone because that content pops like it's nothing. People love it.
Yeah,
You know, I remember Warzone coming out. I didn't realize it was going to be that big of a thing.
Yeah.
It is now. Same thing with Fortnite. I was a manager at GameStop when Fortnite first came out.
Really?
And it, like, I thought it was some bullshit.
whatever.
There were groups of like 8-year-old kids who came into the store and they were like, y'all have Fortnite? And I was
Yeah.
like, go
What?
download
You
it.
just download it for
You're like,
free.
what are you
Like,
here
what?
for?
Do you have Fortnite?
Like, it's practically, it's right in front of you. Just go get it. Go home and get it. But like, I did not expect it to turn into this, like what it is now.
We were in college and we came home from a party one night and my brother came to visit us. He was like, you gotta check out this game. I was like, what is it? He was like, Fortnite. I was like, all right. It was like a week into like it coming out. I was like very, very like original. I was so drunk. I got the controller. He dropped me and I was like, oh my God. I was like, this game is a piece of shit.
Dude, I hated it.
The way it made me feel like when I was drunk, I was like, this is shit. And then like I just put the controller down when I saw him like skydiving down. I was like, I'm not playing this.
Yeah.
And the next day, I was like, all right, this game's kind of tough. Like,
Yeah.
I like it.
Dude,
Like,
I
clicked with it. You become obsessed with it.
Once you get good at it,
Yeah.
it's real easy to fall in love and be
you get in, like,
obsessed
a
and
flow
play
with,
with
like-
it so much.
Yeah. When you get in like a flow with like a squad of people, you're just wiping kids. Like it's a good feeling. Like it's fun.
Nothing like a dub.
It definitely
Nothing like a
it definitely
dub.
faded away.
I felt that
At
way
least
with
for Fortnite.
I felt that way with Overwatch when it first came out, and then
Really?
like they started coming out with all kinds of stuff because I'm not a big multiplayer game person.
Yeah.
Some like back when I was in middle school, TF2 was the shit. But Overwatch was like the first like multiplayer game that I got into over the
Fire
course of
game.
years. It was savage, dude. But it does, feel good to get on a roll, I guess. and
When you
stuff.
get better, it's like it just seeing progress. It's like just nice.
Mhm,
Like
definitely.
going from like, oh, I'm shit to oh, you're shit. Like I'm fucking on you right now.
I'm fucking like I haven't heard that one in a
Fucking
minute.
on you.
I haven't heard that one in a minute.
Not even fucking you. I'm on you.
I'm fucking on you right now.
That made me choke.
That like I don't know, dude, gaming, it's just so cool right now.
It is.
You know, like I was super into Fortnite like season like 1 to 3, and then I feel like
It definitely went away.
it went downhill.
yeah. I mean, well, it wasn't like they didn't do shit. It wasn't the same.
It's just, it's just not the same.
It's not the
feeling.
same.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
The way the game evolved wasn't in the best way.
See, if they made like when I'm growing up, my thing was RuneScape. Like as a kid, you guys play that all growing up?
I didn't.
Did you?
Nope.
No.
Never
All right.
played.
Well, like so, my cousins played it, and so I got into it, and like that was my thing. And then like I would always try to come back to it, but I was like, it's not the same anymore. Like it's like changed so much, and it's like a completely different game now. And then they released old school RuneScape, which was like the original like way it came out, and it was like the same game as it came out. And I was like, oh my god, like this is fucking amazing. And so like I have like 500 plus hours, probably like over 1,000 hours actually in that game. And like that was like high school, I was playing that like crazy. And so like imagine Fortnite did like a season 1 to 3 kind of like
That'd be nice.
version.
I'd probably play
That's
again.
the thing. Like,
I would play it non-stop.
like
I will not. I've tried to go back a couple times,
Yeah.
and it's just
the
not.
thing with Fortnite now, it's like if you take like even like a 2-day break, the kids are so much better than you.
Yeah.
They just shit on you like it's nothing.
It's crazy.
They build the whole solar system by the time I build a 1 by 1.
Dude, I remember.
fun.
Dude, that was literally. Oh my god, just fucking building 1 by 1s.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It's like a job for some of these people. It's
Yeah.
nuts.
If you look at like what Fortnite used to be, everyone was so shit.
Mhm.
Like, even like
So-
Ninja when he was playing with Drake and stuff like that, like he was so
Yeah.
bad. Like, he looks like a bot now, but like
Yeah,
now the kids are like, they're unreal. It's disgusting.
Yeah.
it is gnarly.
So I noticed that like a lot of people who are like into video games now, like it's always these, you know, creating these multiplayer games and these massive online things and stuff, which I keep my ear to the ground most of the time. Like you said, Valorant, that went over my head, but like, you know, I'm
Definitely
always,
check that out if you like PC.
I could at some point, definitely. I don't have a really good PC, but I can maybe. But I have a very strong opinions about the video game industry, and like I always keep looking out for that dope shit, even though I don't have time to play a lot of video games anymore. But I feel like not a lot of people fuck with like single player experience games, at least all the time, or indie games and stuff. I mean,
I feel like it's definitely different. Like Battle Royale like took over.
yeah,
And like just because like the esports world and like the Twitch world, I feel like that's what people are so obsessed with. And like I don't know, at least me personally, I don't know if like the viewership is there for that type of game. But like I know what you mean. Like
yeah, the viewership's there for like YouTubers and stuff like that, because that's like a whole different kind of vibe.
the whole realm of its own.
But still, like there's a lot of dope ass shit out there. I don't know, how do you guys feel? Do you guys do a lot of single player experience kind of things?
I have no problem playing it, but it's like there just hasn't been one to come out that like I've been like, oh, let me like check that out
Check
kind of
that
thing.
out,
You play the Star Wars game?
The
Which one?
Battlefront
No.
or
There's a lot of Star Wars games, my man.
Okay, the new
That's what I was thinking.
one. The new one.
Elaborate.
The
single
single player
yeah,
story mode
I
one.
did play that.
I played that.
Fallen Order?
Yeah, I played that, but then like it was over and it was done.
Literally.
And like that's how I feel about those games.
Yeah.
It's like,
Well, then
I
that's
want
where you get
something that I
replay
could.
value.
I want something that I could play for 10,000 hours and
like, always
love
advance.
it as much as I did the first hour I started playing.
Play The
That's
Witcher.
why That's why I got that on Xbox, but it was so fucking laggy that I couldn't play it.
Bro,
Well, it's because you got it on
it was,
Xbox.
yeah, it was.
Yeah, it was. Well, that's not my fault. My PC can't run that shit. Dude, that series is so good.
What,
I
The
can't
Witcher?
wait for season 2. Did you guys
Oh,
see
no, you're
that?
talking about something. Wait.
Oh,
Oh,
no,
what? The
On
Witcher?
Netflix? Yeah.
Oh, the
No,
show?
yeah.
Oh, it was fire.
Dude.
Henry Cavill is a savage.
That's why I started playing the game.
Dude.
Because I saw that and I was like, oh my god,
That's a
this is
good show. I've
amazing.
never seen it though.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh, it's
Yeah.
great.
Okay, so like
I heard that Henry Cavill
Skyrim.
got the role as Geralt, and I was like, word, that's interesting, but I had no clue that Henry Cavill was a huge Witcher nerd. And I was like, all right, he's going to do it good.
Wait,
But, bro,
Skyrim.
you have to play The Witcher. I hate to
me something I
throw
can
this.
play
I hate
on.
to throw this out of tangent off on a.
No, you're good.
Yeah.
Oh, but
No, okay, so like Skyrim. I'm cool with Skyrim.
you know,
Skyrim's-
I'm not a big Bethesda dude.
Yeah, neither am I, but like Skyrim hits different.
Whatever.
But like anyway, like I need
I don't want to derail this conversation.
yeah, it's kind of derailed, but that's okay.
Yeah, that happens.
Vibing,
we're here already.
chilling.
Yeah,
that happens on the podcast all the
my
time. Bro.
obsession is like like I was saying, I played RuneScape, right? And then I started playing Dota, which is like a MOBA, so like League of Legends,
Yeah.
like that kind of shit. Smite, like people played that on Xbox. I came out on Xbox and everyone was like,
Yeah.
"Oh my god, this is the best thing ever." It's like, go play fucking Dota. But like that's been my obsession lately, and back to like streaming and all that. Like I've been watching a lot of the like pro circuit, and like I was talking about this with my friend John, who I work with, and he was talking about it. And it's like these like the most famous like streamers and stuff, like they're the ones who like cast the pro matches and stuff like that. So I'm like, how fucking cool would it be if I just like got to play my favorite game for a living,
Literally.
and
bro.
then the like the higher ups in that game who are like organizing the tournaments and shit were like, hey, like we want you to come cast it or like
you.
be on the panel
Yeah.
Yeah, shit would
and
be
like
nuts.
and like talk about it with other people and like
You're known for
analyze
playing your
it and
favorite
shit and like just bring your personality
Yeah.
to it to bring your viewers and more
It's
viewers
not
into
even
it.
specifically being good. It's just like being like
Yeah,
a face of that
exactly.
game.
Like I don't know. I just think that would be fucking crazy.
You
Yeah,
know,
that-
it's interesting. Oh, I'm sorry. Were you gonna say something?
I was gonna say I've actually been thinking about like doing. I want to get into live streaming a lot, and I've been thinking not even just doing like video games and shit. Like, how cool would it be if like I go on a live stream and like I make a design with the chat? And,
Yeah.
like, make some.
I
shit
thought
like that.
about
It's a good
like
idea.
doing the
Make
like
some music or
editing the
something.
podcast
Exactly.
on like live
just like having
as like a
conversations with them, just
preview,
chill.
Yeah.
and then like
Instead of just like
Yeah, like a
strictly
little
music
sneak
video.
peek.
answering questions about like people being like, oh, what do you think about this, and me being
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
pause,
Exactly.
like yada yada yada, and then
Yeah.
having a conversation about what we're
It's great
talking about.
because you can do whatever on a stream. Zeke, he'll stream. Sometimes he'll play a video game, and sometimes he'll just do a live stream of him
Yeah.
like making songs or making
Shout
music.
outs DJ Zen Zeke.
Yes,
Who we work with.
Definitely.
shout out DJ Zen Zeke. I always like to ask the very few guests who have an affinity for video games. As artists, how like do you guys look into possibly like designing stuff for video games, or like at least have an interest in it, or look at that in a cool way in any way?
I think it definitely would be something cool. It would definitely be super interesting.
It's so sick. Like,
I've never thought about going down that route.
I have no clue where to even start with something like that.
That's why.
But I feel like it's no different from
than anything else.
like you get a canvas and you paint.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
No,
it's just
exactly.
like that's like concept art,
Yeah.
and for video games, like
our we graduated from St. Dom's with some kid that he just started making video games, like coding
he's
them,
already
like
designed
making
a few.
them, designing them,
Yeah.
and like it's like a Pokemon type game where it's like you have like the character and you're moving around. It's like a different world. Like he generated the whole world and everything. Like
Damn.
he was in 8th grade. Like it was crazy.
damn,
And like just because he fucking loves video games and stuff like that, so he just did it.
that's nuts.
It's really
man.
impressive. But yeah, no, I don't think I could see myself like at least like going that far into it, but definitely like some concept art or something I would definitely be into.
I've thought before about like writing story,
That'd be sick.
That's
and,
rough.
like
I've had
voice lines,
It's definitely
character, shit like that.
Yeah.
yeah. We've had like everyone I'm sure has like ideas of like what like a good video game or like even like a story could be to like live like a single player game. Everyone's got stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. I don't remember who I was talking to. They brought up a good point where writing shit for video games is like way different for like than writing TV or movies
Yeah.
or like a book, for
Yeah.
example, because like having a story for TV or like a movie, it's like that has to be enthralling enough to like, oh, I want to see how this plays out.
Has to like make sense.
Right. But then with a video game, it's got to feel good
Yeah, look
to
good.
you personally.
Yeah.
Because like you can have a game that's about being like a detective, but then watching that story on like a TV, on like it'd probably be a shitty TV show because it's kind of whatever.
Yeah.
Like the thing that makes you feel
Like,
good is the
yeah.
fact that you're doing it.
Exactly. You're like living it in a way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it hits different, man.
That's something that I like. Really cool thing that stands out to me is you guys play the like the latest
Yeah.
Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah.
I mean, it's been out for a fucking
It's
minute
been out
now.
for
10 years.
almost 10 years.
Yeah,
Came
well,
out
that's still the most like
2013.
recent one, right?
yeah,
Yeah. So
fucking right.
like that story to me is like, dude, so fucking like the characters, like fucking like Trevor,
Yeah.
right? He was
Yeah.
the trashy dude.
Yeah.
Like I'm like how do you come up with that?
It's
How do
crazy.
you come up
They
with
made
that?
3 different well thought out lives in that like whole game. It's
Yeah,
crazy.
Literally, there's like
like
3
Franklin and
like
the Michael guy. I think his name is.
completely different backgrounds and like brought them together and like made this incredible story. It's like, wow, I gotta play through that again.
It's interesting you bring that up because I have opinions about GTA 5
Really?
because I've been a Rockstar fanboy for many, many years. And my personal opinion, I think Rockstar went down the toilet a little bit because there are a lot of points in Grand Theft Auto 5, at least in the story of the game, that are just boring to me. Like,
See, I don't remember
you know what I'm saying?
it enough.
I don't remember specifically. Like from what I remember, like
I just remember
being
like
back
really
then, having
cool
like a good ass time.
Yeah,
character
I don't
development,
think, I
like
don't think
having
I was
fun
old
with
enough
it.
to kind of like
dissect
see it like
Yeah,
that.
yeah, definitely.
I'm sure if I
that
went
was
back
the first
now-
one I was like allowed to play
Exactly.
too.
Yeah,
you
I was
know?
excited for it. I saw my
Really?
brother playing. I was
Yeah.
like, I gotta get this.
Yeah.
Bro, I was dead ass was like probably 9 or 10 when I played San Andreas. Definitely should not have been.
Yeah.
I was in the
my-
basement of my cousin's house. No one knew.
Yeah. I mean,
Being low key.
I would play like my cousin would come up for Christmas and I would play it and like my parents would like come out on the porch and be like, no, like get inside, you're not watching this, as like my cousin's like fucking beating up a stripper. I'm like yeah, literally and I'm like fucking like 8 and
He's getting laughed at. You just
my mom's
Sitting there
like,
watching.
Nick, what the fuck? Like, no. Like, get inside.
Do you guys remember what the first video game y'all played was?
Pokemon Fire Red.
First one I
Something on
played.
GameCube. Nah,
I think
I
it was
mean,
a SpongeBob
Yeah.
I don't
game.
know if it was GameCube or like Game Boy DS type thing that came out first, but one of those.
I used to play like, it might have been. I'm pretty sure it was like, yeah. I had Game Boy, and I was like Pokemon's like my childhood, right? So like, I remember getting like Fire Red and like my mom like reading it to me, being like, this is like what he's saying, and then like me just playing the whole game.
That's so funny.
Because like I couldn't wait for her to like read it for me, so I would just like play the whole game and like figure it out as I would, like without knowing how to read.
That's so funny.
Joe, what about you?
I don't even remember what we were talking about, to be
Like the
honest.
First
Video game? I think it was a SpongeBob game.
Really?
I
Yeah, maybe
think
some like
so.
Crash Bandicoot shit for me
I forget
before that.
what it was
Uh,
on.
I played all those games like PS2, like the what is it?
Kingdom Hearts, shit like that.
or Dax and
Jack and Daxter.
that.
Yes.
That's so fire. I love that. Like the Sly Cooper games. I used to play that all the time.
You were a Sony
So,
kid. Let's go.
I don't
Let's
know,
go, team.
I don't know like what came first, but
Need for Speed
all
Hot
of
Pursuit.
those. Like anything
The
you could
first
think
thing
of.
I remember is a SpongeBob
Yeah.
game.
It's probably like, was it on PS2?
Might have been.
Battle for Bikini Bottom, most likely.
Bro,
I
was that
think
like
that's it. I think
a
that's
world
it.
like you could walk around the
Like-
world game? I remember playing that in the
me too. I
went
have
to
like
get
a
haircut
spitting
one
image of
day.
it.
They had it there, PS2 on like the SpongeBob like TV, and I was playing it on that. I remember that. That's crazy.
I remember all the fucking niche shit, bro.
Crazy.
Either that or like one of like the Kirby games or like
I remember there was like a
any Mario
Godzilla,
game.
some like Godzilla like fighting game.
On
GameCube.
Godzilla Ultimate Monsters Melee.
Yeah,
Jeez.
GameCube fighting game.
yeah.
That shit was fire.
I don't know what happened to that. And then
There was also a lot of other Godzilla games.
Zelda Wind Waker. My cousin would always play that around me.
My friend loves Zelda. Or Eric. Eric
I
loves
never
Zelda.
I never really got into Zelda too much.
Me neither.
I know the new one's like fire, but
Yeah.
it's just not.
It's
That
different.
shit's not the same anymore.
Yeah.
Like Pokemon, like Sword and Shield stuff, it's not the same.
So, as for other games, I heard you guys were talking about like MLB. You play like sports games a lot and
Yeah,
stuff.
I fuck with sports games a lot.
MLB, Madden,
What about fighting games?
UFC.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
That is all
sir.
we play.
Dude,
Yes, sir.
Jack's about to go ahead. You go do what you can do. The big boys are gonna talk about UFC real
Yeah,
quick.
right? Come on.
Did you watch the fights the other night?
I missed them and I'm
Oh,
pissed.
For you, bro. No,
Man,
good for you,
nah.
bro.
What happened?
Fucking PTSD.
What happened with Usman? I heard that.
he fucked up
knocked
Masvidal.
I thought he killed him.
Yo,
Yeah.
fuck.
Dude, I thought he was dead.
How was the win? Was it decision?
Knockout.
knockout.
Knocked him out in the
Do
second
you
round.
see the pictures of him?
No,
Dude,
didn't. I missed that shit.
pull those up.
It was Saturday before I knew it,
Pull it
and
up,
I
Jamie.
completely forgot about it.
Pull that up, Jamie.
I heard, but what I did hear was that a certain scummy person, may or may not be Jake Paul, caused some shit.
Yeah.
He did. Him in DC. I think Cormier kind of went over to him and was like letting him know, like, you can't run your mouth with me. Like, I'll come over here and I'll smack the shit out of you. Like one of those type deals.
Dude.
So, Jake Paul had to do his thing, point his finger.
You can see all like the sweat and shit coming off his head. Matt already got hit.
Dude, oh man, it was brutal. The whole fight card.
I can't even look at that shit.
Bro.
The whole fight card.
It's
was
like, you know
fucked.
I would have hated this card then.
Do you know? You know what? Like
absolutely hated it.
UFC and like especially football to me, it's just a modern version of like the Roman Colosseum where like they would just have people kill each other for entertainment. Like it's just like a PG kind of version
Bro,
of that to me. And I'm just like, these people are just destroying themselves
I
for
got a hard
entertainment and money.
UFC, no.
UFC, there is an art there, my man.
Yes, but
Wait, so you don't know?
In
You don't know what happened the other
retrospect,
night?
everything is
Nah.
art.
Much
Everything,
right.
everything is art, right? So
You have
like,
no idea what happened on the UFC card the other night.
I didn't see it. I missed it all. Man.
Almost every single fight ended in the first round.
In the
Ouch.
first or second round.
My God, I don't even know who else was on the card. Who was in the event?
Anthony Smith was fighting like James Crute or something like that. Hit him with like a calf kick. Crude had drop foot.
Oh,
So
fuck.
he was trying to like walk around, but his
stepped
left
back,
foot.
his foot was down like this, just
Oh.
down. and
Every step he would
every
take, he
step.
was rolling his ankle.
My
They
God.
asked him if he could fight. He's screaming at the ref, "Yeah, I can." He goes to take one step and he falls. So they call it.
No one wants to see that.
No, my
No.
man was like, you gotta look out for
Yeah.
yourself, bro. Like,
And then the fight literally after that, who was it?
Uriah
Uriah
Hall,
Hall.
Chris Weidman.
Yeah, Uriah
oh
Hall.
shit.
Do you
He
remember when Anderson Silva snapped his leg?
Yes, sir.
Oh, geez.
Yes, sir.
When
I
he,
do.
When he kicked and it,
Yeah.
I saw a video
So-
of that.
Oh, Silva. What
so
a man.
Uriah Hall he's the first one to win without throwing a strike. He kicked the guy like right here in the leg, snapped his leg instantly. He fell. His leg was just spaghetti.
Weidman's fucking leg got messed
Why
up?
does anyone want to
Weidman
do Why does
snapped
anyone
his
want to do
leg.
that?
Snapped it like
He missed that fuck the endurance shit on his legs,
Yeah.
my dude. But yeah, like Jack, fucking, it is a whole.
Yes, but
That's not something I want to see.
So I understand that, right? That it's an art and like it's a whole thing, but like you could argue, like a serial killer could argue that like hunting someone down and killing them is art.
Whoa, okay.
Depends what kind of perspective you put it in.
Exactly.
Hold on.
Everything.
All right, hold on.
Everything
Some of them
depends on
need
what
to do that
perspective
for
you put
work,
it in.
though.
There's
That's just like the only thing they have.
it's the
Yeah,
no,
like a fucking.
fighting is the noble art. There's a lot of respect in it.
You could go either way.
Hand-to-hand combat.
I mean,
Exactly.
I understand. I
mo-
get
most
it,
of the
right?
time,
I
like,
get
after
it.
the fight's over, they're pretty like respectful.
Yeah.
No,
Like,
yeah,
just, like,
yeah,
dapping each other
because
up.
they're both doing their job, but like
Very
at the
little
same
beef.
time they're like destroying their bodies.
There's very
Yeah.
little beef
So,
in
like-
the UFC. The most recent, like, legit beef was probably like Habib and McGregor. That's that I remember. I don't know if anything happened.
yeah, that was
That was one of like fucking people
they
flying
hops the
over
fence,
the.
Yeah.
That was legit.
That was
real
legit
bad
issues.
blood.
But like, you ever been in a ring?
In a ring. I mean, I've been
Fighting?
in a lot of fights.
All right, well, no, but it's different though, because in the ring, the only person that you have respect for is that dude right in front of you, because they're the only person who understands exactly what you're
No,
going through
dude.
in that moment.
I mean, I get it, right?
You know what I'm saying?
I get it.
Unless you have crazy beef with them.
Unless you got mad beef, and then you want to like actually put him in a triangle choke.
Actually, on the card on Saturday, there was a fight like that where the dude he choked him out. And as soon as the fight ended, he got up in his face and he just throwing him the middle finger.
like,
fucking
"Jeez, that's
fuck
no
you,
good."
you
Yeah.
pussy, this, that, and the other thing. It was nuts.
Yeah, I mean,
I used to like watching Anderson Silva fight because like he'll lay someone out and then like help him up, make sure he's good and stuff. He was a little cocky and stuff, but he never meant, you know.
Most of it's just to sell the fight.
Yeah, exactly.
You gotta respect him for that.
Straight up, dude. I saw what was the fight, I think it was last week.
Gastelum and Robert Whitaker.
Yes. Oh no, or was it the week before that? There was I don't remember who was on that. Oh no, I remember last week I didn't even care about the main event. I wanted to see the newlywed Nina Nunes fight Mackenzie Dern.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
Dude, I convinced myself because I was recently I've been trying to be like I want to start betting on UFC fights.
Made $100
And
on
shit.
Saturday.
Yeah, oh my God.
Would
And-
have been made 100 more if Masvidal didn't get murdered, but
Damn, man.
It
But
is
like
what it is.
I was thinking to myself, I'm like, I love Nina Asnaroff, now Nunes, but and shit, and I want to see it happen. I was looking at those stats though, and I was like, if I put money on Nunes, I know that Mackenzie Dern is gonna like put her in an armbar or something like that, because Mackenzie Dern is mean on the
on
ground.
the ground.
And so I just didn't bet. And I was like, if I were to bet, I'd unfortunately probably do Dern. I didn't put a bet in at all. And next thing you know, round two, freaking,
There it
I was
is.
like, damn.
That happens way too often. It's like, because we usually watch the fights every Saturday. We're always at my house, and 9 times out of 10, we're placing bets. But the one random night where, none of us place bets, but we go, let's see how this parlay would have worked out. They all hit.
Mm-hmm.
And then, you put money on it,
Dude.
it all goes the opposite way.
I would have been fucked if I put with McGregor and Poirier. Dude, I thought that was such a tricky tricky situation. But I was like, I feel like McGregor's gonna take this one. And then I watched the shit and I was like, I'm happy I was wrong, but oh my God.
I'm like one of the biggest McGregor fanboys possible.
Really?
Yeah. And you know, it's hard to say, but like I didn't see him beating Poirier the first fight. He hasn't fought in it was like 2 years. Poirier's fought. He won like his last 6 against like the top 6 in the weight class.
He was the number 1 pound for pound contender,
right? He's
right?
fighting the best of the best every 5 months. And, you know, Conor's on his 400-foot yacht.
Chilling.
Training.
Right,
you know,
exactly.
I'm sure he is.
How do you feel about McGregor personally? Like as a dude?
I love him.
Really?
Number 1 fan.
I love him.
I mean,
him.
I loved McGregor when he was coming up, but like he kind of got a little cocky.
I like watching.
He got a little full of himself.
I like hearing that he lost.
That's what comes with a lot of money.
Yeah.
And how he came up and how fast and how hard.
Yeah, but I don't know. Still got because I don't usually watch the the press conferences, but I did watch like back in the day. I watched the conference with Habib and McGregor, and I was like,
he was hammered.
I was like,
absolutely shit-faced.
Why are you out here being a dick? And like Habib's just trying to like talk about the shit, and he's like, why are you plugging shit whiskey? I don't need to. Like,
that's just how he tells fights. That's how he tells fights. It was like I like it because I love how he talks shit. I think it brings a lot of excitement and a lot of energy.
Yeah.
I like how he sells fights.
Good for the brand.
And I used to do the same shit when I played baseball. So, you know, out on the field, I'd talk a lot of shit. I'd have a lot of fun. And at the end of the game, you know, for me personally, I didn't mean anything by it. It was just me being competitive and me having fun and me just trying to play my hardest. But with him, it's a whole different ball game because, you know, they're not playing baseball. They're playing with their fists.
Yeah.
So it's a little different. You say one wrong thing and it like the Khabib fight, you know.
Yeah.
No one else. He's talked a lot of shit to everybody. But for Khabib to hop the fence and go try to fight the rest of his team,
what a legend.
Might have went a little too far.
I mean, yeah, but still, like, just how
What
you.
the guy say?
What the guy say?
Yeah. How you're a McGregor fanboy? When he was still around, I was a huge Habib fanboy, dude. I love that dude.
Dude who fought the bear, right, or whatever. Like, when he used to fucking fight a bear as a kid. Like, what?
I don't think Khabib would ever lose a fight.
I know.
I hate him as a fighter.
He stopped?
Why do you hate him as a fighter?
His style. I hate his fighting style.
Why? It's savage.
I just hugs him the whole time.
He just
brings him
overpowers
down.
the person.
He's a wrestling dude.
Yeah, which I totally get it. Obviously, no one's going to be able to stop that, so why not
it's
do
definitely
it?
smart, yeah.
It's the smartest thing he could do.
Now, before you
Why
got
did
into
he
UFC,
stop?
his dad died,
passed
and
away.
he said he didn't want to fight. Yeah, without his dad. Were you big into like WWE and wrestling as a kid?
Yeah, as a kid.
Yeah,
WWE.
so like, oh, dude, growing into UFC and the fact that I can see this dude lift up someone who is taller than him over his shoulders and like
fucking
lay them the
slam
fuck out, like suplex him into the ground and just do some that. It was
that
nuts.
shit's sick. But when he holds him down for 4 minutes and 30 seconds of the entire round, and they've just been crawling the whole time. Grinds my gears a little bit, but again, I'm not the one.
That ground
getting
game,
my face punched in, so
Yeah.
I can't really critique anybody.
Habib's ground game is just so good,
Unmatched.
Yeah, I love that dude.
It's ridiculous.
That's what happens when you
You
fight bears.
couldn't pay me enough money to get in the ring with him.
I'll do it for free. I'll do it for free.
Good
I was
luck.
like, because like afterwards, I'll be like, I got knocked the fuck out by Habib.
It's a good point.
I'll be
Tap
It's
right
good
away.
experience.
straight up.
You're drunk.
What?
That's like our buddy Will
I was
saying.
about to say. I was literally about to say this.
How much money would it take you guys to get punched in the face by Mike Tyson?
In his prime.
Okay.
In his prime.
Are there any
fuck?
like are there any repercussions like, or is
Yeah,
it just
Getting punched in the face by Mike Tyson.
okay.
That's a heavy
Whatever could
repercussion.
happen, could happen.
okay?
You're not safe.
Then no,
No,
because
not
like
even
you could
doing it?
literally die.
How much money would you have to?
None.
None.
No.
None.
Nothing.
If you said like punch me in the arm,
Maybe.
I'm so poor, dude. Like $5,000, or literally like.
It's funny you said that.
Real funny you said that.
Our
'cause
friend said he would take a punch in the face for $5,000.
That's stupid.
No.
Punch in the face from
Because
Mike
you're
Tyson.
literally-
in
that's
his
You're gonna pay
prime.
for your medical
That's
bill.
exactly like if you're talking about like,
It's there.
I mean, could he break my arm?
Probably.
All right,
I'd say
maybe
it's in the
not.
Right spot.
10.
So medical bills plus $5,000.
Nah, I'd say give me like, 5 seems like a good number. I might even do less.
For the face?
Yeah,
You're crazy.
give me like.
What about the medical bills?
Facial reconstruction.
Yeah, what
surgery,
about your broken jaw? What about your
facial reconstruction surgery?
What
I don't
about
know
the brain
that, but-
damage? Like the concussion?
But you guys are shot.
bro? Like,
It's like you're gonna get it's gonna connect and your brain is like boom 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 boom. Like your brain is gonna be like swollen.
all right,
Crazy.
$7,000. That's it.
No,
Dude,
dude,
what?
$7,000.
You guys
you're
are
fired.
Mike Tyson, if you hear this.
Bro, I'll like.
Mike Tyson,
I'd be
don't-
stoked.
Okay, you
I'd be
punch Joe in the
stoked.
face.
Come punt them.
Dude.
I'd be so stoked. Are you kidding me?
You see his TV
I
show?
dab him up.
Not
I
know
take a
what
selfie
happened.
with
So
him. I'd
funny.
be like, let's go. And then like, I'll wake up a week later and be like, that was sick.
That was lit. That was
Did you hear his
lit.
Joe Rogan episode?
Yeah.
Dude, legendary.
I can't believe Mike Tyson's fighting again or training again.
Right?
Is he?
Oh my God, have you not seen it?
Yeah.
How old is he? He's like 50 something.
Uh-huh.
I seen him on Instagram in the gym.
All the time.
Dude.
Tank.
Dude.
At 50, he's like 50 years, 52 or some shit.
Something. He's old and he is.
How are you moving like that?
He
He's
is
psycho.
fast.
And like people are looking at McGregor like, yo, you got to retire. He's like, what, 32? I mean, usually and you have to do, it has nothing, because obviously with a dude like Tyson, you can still move like that at that age, but it's for your health.
Yeah.
You know what I
Your
mean?
brain.
Like you can't take,
He's an old man.
yeah.
He shouldn't be.
I mean, he's still like built like a
He's
tank.
got it. He's still
But
got it.
it's the fact that it's like consistent head trauma over the course of years is very,
Your head's
very
not meant
not
to get
safe.
hit.
Yeah. So
That's my like
Exactly.
that's why any head trauma at all? Like what are we doing here?
it's fun to have a little head trauma, dude.
I'll take
Let's
it for
just
like a
I feel like
minute.
we just wrestle. That's like safe, right?
Unless
Unless you get your bones
what type of
snapped.
wrestling? Like
just like
WWE shit or like
that's
traditional
fucking
wrestling?
fake, like real wrestling.
We know it's fake, but it's still sick.
Yeah, man. You don't have to say it's fake.
But it's still dope.
it's like Santa Claus kind of thing.
Yeah. It's just understood.
Yeah.
Still enjoy it.
Spoiler alert, guys. Sorry.
Man.
Our boss like loves WWE stuff,
Really?
and his boss too. And like there's like a fucking thing of like what Jericho, and it says like
No, Chris Jericho, yeah.
Jericho says to break down your boxes or whatever, and I'm like, what? And like
The walls.
like
of
I'll hear
Jericho.
people like
Yes,
listening
sir.
to like podcasts about it and like talk shows about it. And I'm like, what the like? There's this whole world,
Mhm.
right? Of this like. I just don't get. I just
Of
don't
course.
get it.
Of course you don't get it. You do yoga. Of course you don't get it. Do you guys ever like get into fighting or like
Yeah,
like train in fighting?
I used to do like kickboxing and MMA like from 7th grade to like I think sophomore year of high school, like start of sophomore year. And like
tough.
it's fun because like it's something you have like for your whole life. Like it always sticks with you, like the form and everything.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I'll never lose that.
Yeah, I didn't do anything near like that. I boxed. I used to do
That's
boxing.
tough though.
Yeah, I am absolutely the exact opposite of the form I was in. But I'll never forget how to like punch or dip.
Exactly.
You know.
You just feel better, like knowing like if someone tries anything, you can kind of like.
A little more confident.
Oh, if I get into a fight, I'm fucked. I'm gonna say it right now. I'm 140 pounds, dude. Of like nothing. I don't have like the
The desire
in
for it.
yeah, you know what I mean? Because it feels really good to go to gym and practice doing that stuff because you can get it out of you and it's all. But like, even dudes who do it professionally, like in the UFC and stuff, they are, happy in their life. They're not even necessarily like angry people.
Gotta
you know?
be kind of angry.
Look at Stephen Thompson, Wonderboy Thompson. Looks like
Nicest motherfucker
looks like
on
the
earth.
happiest dude ever. He walks into the octagon smiling,
Yeah.
and but like he still has the desire. You know what I mean? And he like likes his fun.
Low key.
I can't do that shit.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, like, I'm not going to go out of my way to put myself in a position where I need to be in like a physical altercation or defend myself, something like that. Like, if it comes
Yeah.
down to it, obviously I will. But nine
we
times
don't
out of
look for
10,
it.
9 times out of 10, I don't have the energy for that bullshit. I'd rather let's talk this shit out real quick and then
Nobody
leave
has
me
time
alone.
for any of that shit.
Leave me alone for the rest of the day.
For the rest of
and then we're
forever.
cool.
However, I do on the occasion when I'm like deep into a night of drinking, I won't
be aggressive.
I won't be aggressive. No. I'm not like the type of dude who starts fights and stuff, but there have been 1 or 2 times where I'll be at a party and I'll be drunk and I meet somebody and they also have training in fighting and stuff and like boxing and stuff. Like, yo, you want to have like a friendly spar outside? And then like we'll spar and like throw hands for a couple minutes.
It's fun.
And like that shit's fun. Mm-hmm. But you know, it's no real like shit in me, you know, and that because that takes like crazy amount of discipline, you know. Like I have a buddy, Ben. Shout out Ben. He really chill, calm, like, you know, super nice dude. Past couple years, he's been doing MMA and shit. And I was like, word, you know, that's sick. For the first like year or two, I'm like, you know, he's doing his shit. He's doing something. One day, he posted a freaking video on his Instagram. He was in the gym, pulled a clean ass Imanari roll out and like on his sparring partner, and I was like, holy shit, he out here actually doing it.
Yeah,
he's working,
and it was savage. I was like, that's sick. Yeah. That's a tough move to do.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, my friend Mario's got like a whole like karate room in his like basement.
It's like nunchuck swords.
It's like all like it's all like the mat like on the ground, and then it's all like mirrored, and then it's just like on the wall like all around. It's like scream sticks, like sais, katanas, bow staffs, everything.
Yo,
and like, he does like all that stuff: boxing, karate, jiu-jitsu. He does it all.
That's savage.
He's trying to go to Nick Catone's to just like start like just fucking around with it again.
Oh yeah.
He's built like an ox, so it's like you'll fuck people up.
Damn.
He's a cut man,
dude.
See, I would be like into like learning that shit. You know, like jiu-jitsu, like some shit like that.
It's a really nice workout.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, just in general.
Just because it's cool and like just the like art of movement that it is, but I wouldn't ever like want to use it. You know what I mean? Like I'll like roll around. Like I did what's the thing with the like where you have the gis?
That's most martial arts, but I think you might be thinking of jiu-jitsu or Brazilian jiu-jitsu.
No, it's mostly like throwing and stuff like
jiu-jitsu.
that.
Or
jiu-jitsu.
No,
yes.
No, there's another thing. It's like throws and shit.
Working off of someone else's momentum, taking them to the ground, and mostly throwing and grappling.
I don't think it's jiu-jitsu.
It's jiu-jitsu. It's Brazilian jiu-jitsu.
No.
EJJ.
Yes, sir.
What's another thing? Rattle some styles off to me.
Taekwondo?
No, Taekwondo is mostly kicks and strikes. It's definitely not Muay Thai. Muay Thai has a lot of clinches and elbows and knees and stuff.
I guess I'm thinking about jiu-jitsu. I don't think I am, though.
If I were to choose a martial arts, Muay Thai, 100%. Muay Thai is savage. And like, but it's funny that you said that, because I remember y'all ever see the y'all know Tony Jaa movies and stuff? Like, you ever watch like Ong Bak or oh my god, the Ong Bak is this kid, because like in Thailand, like they start teaching Muay Thai to kids when they are like 4 and stuff, and like this character has been training since he was that young, and he's like 18 or like 19 or something like that, and he's finally like leaving the like his village or whatever, and like his master is like, I have taught you to master this art so that way you may never use it. You know what I'm saying? Like that's like the whole vibe.
It's my Karate Kid shit.
And since it's a sick movie, of course he uses it, and he does it sick, but you know what I'm saying? Muay Thai savage. Jack,
well, there you go.
You have anything else that you want to bring up, or just chill with the boys and talk about?
I feel like we've circled.
Oh, you know what? Actually, something did get brought up. Someone who likes painting, drawing, designing things, and especially clothes. Do you like Jamie Hewlett at all?
I'm not gonna lie, I don't know.
So I know for a fact that you know who Jamie Hewlett is. You just don't know that it's him.
Yeah.
Jamie Hewlett is Jamie Hewlett designed the gorillas.
Oh really?
Yeah, he's the artist who is. But oh my god, I'm forgetting his name. The one dude who actually makes the music, who is gorillas.
I couldn't tell you.
Oh, that's annoying me. He was in the band Blur. Don't know. He came up.
Sure.
He came up with the concept of gorillas, and he makes all the music. He's the voice of 2D. But Jamie Hewlett is an artist. He designed the characters.
I like that a lot.
Mhm.
I've always thought about like Cause, like
I know what you're talking about. Pull it up.
Yeah, he'll show you a picture. It's just like it's like a little figurine that people, or like the bear bricks or anything. You know what those are? It's like just like it looks like a big Lego like teddy bear, and it's just like different designs like on it.
Oh,
I think like stuff like that, like character design, like figurines and stuff like that, I think that's really cool. Like the Cheyenne Dan thing, like the mouse. That's really cool. Like make your own like little staple of a little thing.
Check out Why That K.
What is it?
Those are like all the cause.
YTHAT.
yo, those are cool. Yo,
Okay.
look at this dude. That's sick. This little bone man.
Yeah,
He holding a dead. What is that, Grover? From the Muppet.
Shout out to Con Sweetie too, because I've been seeing him do it a lot recently. He like does tons of like paintings, stuff like that kind of like. It's not like this super like
Bro, that's sick.
detailed, like really cool, like whoa, like overwhelming. But it's like concept kind of stuff, like a
Concept.
like a like some like shit with like a phone with like a broken screen on it, and then like a bunch of like
it has meaning,
like a couple words, yeah, shit like that. And he's been like throwing them up and selling them, and like they fucking sell like that. Like if you just put your shit out there, like people will fucking want it and buy it, you know.
But I bring up Jamie Hewlett because before Gorillas, and even after, I think he's still kind of working on it. He created a comic book called Tank Girl, and he has a ton of other works and paintings and drawings and stuff. But the main thing that Jamie Hewlett loves, or it's like consistent in all of his stuff, is clothing. Like he's first of all psycho good at clothing and designing clothes and stuff for his characters to wear. He has a lot of inspiration from like the 70s punk era of England and shit, and he just like straight up freaking hand me my phone real quick, Jack. He's got like even if he's drawing or designing like kind of not over the top stuff and just like clothes for these characters to wear, crazy
still
like
good.
Amazing stuff like jackets and how they fold and hang off and do all
the details, everything.
Yeah,
I learned
exactly.
that, like slowly.
Should definitely check that out. Have you ever had like have you ever designed clothes that way in any way of like, is it all digital on the computer? Or you like kind of mock stuff up on?
I want to get like, I think I talked to you about it, like sewing and like embroidering. Like I wanted to like get into like making like my own pieces, like in a way, like taking like a sleeve from something, like putting it on something else, like something like that, like
together.
everything like that. Yeah, like go like thrifting, make it like that. Like that's what I'm gonna start doing, like the custom stuff. I'm gonna start like
together a bunch of
like
different...
some like unique stuff. But yeah, I've always wanted to like be able to like just make something like that. But it's like he grew up, he lived that time. Like he has that like memory, like he knows all of that. Like I don't have like anything really like.
It's just like taking things apart and putting them back together.
Yeah, I like these a lot.
Oh yeah, those are fucking
like crazy like jackets with buttons, like weird shirts, cloth, like he does like all kinds of shit.
You know what that reminds me of? I forget what
that shit's fire.
What the account is, but there's this like account that does like super random fucking shit, like making like shoes out of like fucking like plastic bottles and shit like that, like that. I forget where I was going. You going somewhere?
Classic Jack moment.
No,
like talking about clothes and art.
Welcome back.
Like when it comes down to like making stuff, like I would rather it be like super unique, like something you like wouldn't think of or like don't like really like think would look good. Like I like stuff like just like different, I guess. I don't know. Like so I like his work. He thinks of something new every time, just literally just makes it happen.
Yeah, dude. You know, I noticed like one of the things that very recently, at least over the year, within 2021, the past couple months of 2021, I've been getting more into anime.
Oh,
like,
hell yeah.
Talking to the right kid.
Yeah, like over my course of my life, I've seen like one or two animes that like kind of just interest me.
Dragon's Blood on Netflix.
What?
Dragon's Blood on Netflix.
Oh, I never heard of that one.
Dota 2.
Demon Slayer.
I've heard of that one.
Our friend Pink Shinobi told us not to watch the Netflix.
Yes,
the
he
Netflix
did.
One? I didn't see the Netflix one.
Yeah.
But
is it different? Is it dubbed?
I have no idea. He just told us to stay away from it. I don't know
he
why.
said stay away.
Oh no, the series, it's amazing. The animation's unreal. I saw the movie came out, I think on Friday. I went and saw that at the movies, like for the first time forever.
Where?
In Jersey City.
Oh shit.
Yeah, but like
I don't know they do that.
It was like the #1 rated movie in Japan, and
Really?
it finally in like 2020, and it finally came out to like American theaters like recently. It was amazing.
It's so rad because like I'm only starting out to like really get into it, and I think it's fascinating how like the different perspective from different cultures is like gives me a whole new thing. Like the thing that like set this all off was I watched My Hero Academia, and
I want to watch that really bad.
Yeah, it's like it was crazy because I with all these satirical shows and how like superhero nuts America is right now, it was really kind of got stale for me. But then I watched like the first 2 episodes of My Hero, and it was like I felt refreshing to see just how creative everything is. Just like a dude who's like his superpower is he shoots tape out of his elbows and straight, like, you know what I mean? And it and then like
it's different.
It just hits different. It's wild. Like homie Bakugo's superpower is he sweats a substance that's similar to nitroglycerin and he makes it explode. He's just got like grenade fists. Like, dude, like, it's just it's nuts. It's a whole other level of originality. And I watched like Kill la Kill. That show's wildly graphic, but like not in like a gory way, but like a very nude way. But it's like it's not like what's the word?
Porn?
No. Yes. It's not crude, but
smut.
You know what? As a matter of fact, the whole like message of that show is heavily surrounded around clothing, actually, and like your self-esteem, like just with your body, but also what you wear and how like the clothes you wear give you power and stuff like that. So it's kind of dope. But it's freaking crazy shit. Like the school uniform that gives you more power depending on its like rank. And like just the main character has her weapon is a giant half of a pair of scissors. It's like, where did you think of that? It's
where's that
nuts.
come from?
Crazy, man. Wow.
I never really got into that stuff. I just never could.
I never got into anime because like I know it's just such a fucking deep rabbit hole that I would like crawl into and just live in forever.
You know, that's what I thought,
like,
but then I realized you can just pick and choose what anime. Like one of the biggest anime in the world is One Piece. Never watching that. It's 900 episodes. I'm not doing that.
Really? That's insane.
I don't got time for that.
I'm currently watching Naruto, but like I'm on Shippuden, and like that alone has like 500 something episodes. I'm only like 150 in.
Exactly.
Yes,
like
I got time.
I watched a little bit of Naruto and I was like, I really love this idea. I love this concept. I think it's good, but
There's
can't.
so much to go into.
It's
There's
wild.
so
And everyone's like, oh no, just go on his website. It tells you like all the filler and skip over that shit. I'm like, why do I have to do that?
What's the point?
You know? But watching a show like Cowboy Bebop, which is like one little thing, like here's the story, here's how it is, and
that's what Demon Slayer is. It's like 25 episodes. It gets to the point.
Yeah.
It's not going to go in depth for everything. Like it gives you an idea, and then it just gives you the fucking chaos.
Yeah, like My Hero, it's got like 4 seasons. It's just like 2 weeks ago they started releasing their 5th season or whatever, and then like the creators like, all right, this is gonna be it. Like we're gonna be done and stuff like that. I was like, I like when things have an end, you know. So that's pretty much my take. So yeah, you can pick and choose what anime you can get into. It doesn't have to be
something for everyone.
I just get
rabbit
so
hole.
into shit. Like the only stuff I can watch really is like I got so into Game of Thrones. I watched it so many times. I don't know.
Ouch town population, you bro. I'm lucky I pulled out of that shit after season 3, like during season 3.
I never watched it.
Don't
watch
till season 7 and just.
Isn't there only 7 seasons?
Just watch to the end of season 7.
No, watch until up until 7.
What's the point? You might as well just fit.
No. So
I was lucky. From the dawn of Game of Thrones, right before season 3 was coming out, I had mad people saying like, "Yo, you gotta get on Game of Thrones. Like, you love Lord of the Rings, you love medieval shit. Like, get on Game of Thrones." And I just put it off for like no particular reason. And the one time that I actually, me and my brother was like, you know what? Let's sit down. Let's watch Game of Thrones. And we started from the beginning, never seeing it before. It was like 2 weeks or a week before the final episode of the whole show came out.
Oh shit.
And we were watching it, and like with all this talk, it it's like impossible to avoid spoilers with like Reddit, the internet, and everything, just like people around us and shit. So we heard about it, and we just thought, like, right as we started season 3, we were like, why am I gonna watch a show that's just gonna disappoint me? You know,
there's no point to like lead up to that.
Yeah. What is fire?
I need to watch it again, I think.
Fine.
I started it again the other day, like probably like 2 weeks ago.
Watched, like just without expectation
episodes.
and just like watch it for what it is, maybe. I don't know.
You know what is gas too?
Like maybe then, like maybe it makes sense. I don't.
Not even just with anime, but just TV and media in general from like the East is like, there was this show that just came out in December. It's called Alice in Borderlands. I don't know if you guys ever heard of it.
I've heard of it.
I think I've heard of it.
Me and my brother watched it on a whim. There's only 8 episodes, like right now, because they just released this one season. Holy shit, crazy creative show, and it like hooked me.
Really?
First episode, mad good.
Yeah, I heard good things about it.
Yeah, imagine Hunger Games and Saw put together.
Oh shit!
They're making
really
crazy.
Oh,
making
it's
a new
crazy.
Saw game, or Saw movie, not Saw, but like it's like branching off the Saw like story. It's gonna be like a whole new like thing. Yeah, I saw it in the movies.
How was it?
I saw the ad for it.
I have weird opinions about Saw. Like, I think it's entertaining, but it's got to stop, kind of. You know, it's like, because at that point you're just doing it for the gore and stuff, which, you know, I guess it's fine.
Seeing how you could top the last one.
Yeah, and you know,
chaos.
Honestly, like, mad respect to whatever team comes up with the crazy, like the creative ass ways of making these traps and shit. But it's still like, you know, I love movies and stuff, but I still feel like there's got to be a point, you know, even to a horror movie. Like, there's got to be a point, you know. Jack,
welcome back.
Joe,
sir, is there anything else we want to talk about with the homies here?
Well,
for either for serious things or just for shits and gigs?
I think we're deep. Yeah, I think we're deep. So is there?
Yeah,
we went into everything.
Yeah,
solid.
Yeah, I think we
like that was
we're pretty long in too.
Really?
How do you guys like doing this?
You know,
podcast.
Yeah,
it's great. I enjoy it.
I really enjoy it, but I struggle with it a lot. You know, like I was talking about earlier, how like it not getting the recognition, because basically like the original like birth of it is like to help everyone.
Yeah,
you know, and to give everyone a platform and to like have good conversations, enjoy it, right? And so to not get like, it's not for me, right? It's not for Joe, really. Mm-hmm. Like, yes, like in it's like,
even though I feel like we do talk too much sometimes.
Yeah, but like, it's our fucking
not all
podcast.
I was just gonna say it's
about the guest.
Exactly.
I think it's about the guest.
It is. But we do.
Yeah.
You need to talk for there to be conversation.
Well, yeah, of course.
Whatever.
We don't like it. We don't like it to sound like an interview. You know, it's just chilling.
But so anyway, for it to not be like the Jack and Joe show kind of thing.
Yeah.
For it to not be that, and like it to be about everyone, but then everyone not like pay attention to it, and like not everyone be like shouting it out all the time and showing appreciation. Yeah. It's really frustrating, because it's like, guys, it's here for you. Like, come on, like,
say thank you.
Not even say thank you, but just
use it.
Get it out, it out there, and like help it gain a following, so it helps you more. Yeah. You know, and for it to like, for people not to treat it like that, it's kind of like
help you.
But at the same time, whatever, you know.
I don't know.
Like,
I got a different kind of view on it.
What do you
get?
Really
get that.
I think it's more internal. Like, I like the idea of no, not even like internal within like the people we have on the podcast, because I like the idea of having someone come on one episode and talk about something that they really want to do, and then like a week later we have someone who's trying to do something similar and be like, and those two people have never
A
met,
whole
never heard of each other, and be
yeah.
like, yo, I got a guy that you should definitely like hit
Oh
up.
yeah, that
you know?
see that's
It's like helping out that way.
That would be awesome.
Like,
That's
a great
so-
way to look at it.
yeah,
too.
definitely. To me, that's like a very positive thing that came from it is the like friends that I have that I've connected together that have like, I don't know, like 5 or 6 people who've like not like in a group work together, but like interchangeably been like my friend Brian Sacred Scrolls has like worked with a couple people who've been on, or like he's paid attention to it and been like, oh dude, I gotta hit them up, and maybe like, hey, like put him in contact with this person, or like someone like people going to Armin's studio, like shit like that.
Just
Like
building connections.
exactly, like making connections for people. But like that was more of like, for me, that was more of a bonus, right? Like that wasn't my initial thing was like, what I want is to have a big following and be able to like see some artists putting in work and like that I really like, and just like throw them like post them and be like, and go on like my Instagram story and be like, hey everyone, like check out so and so, like they're really cool, like repost their stuff,
like,
and then like
Try to
double
help
someone's
them
following
get
or
to the next
something.
level.
No, that's
Like
it's
that
not
was
it's
my
not
goal.
selfish for you. It's like
Exactly.
like helping people like that is really cool.
My goal was and I mean, not like that I'm centered on it, but like long term, like I don't care when it happens, but it'd be cool if it happened eventually. Be able to like just like double someone's following, or like blow someone up. You know,
even like hosting someone on Twitch or something like that.
Yeah,
and, like,
yeah.
just
Straight up.
flooding with that.
And me, the selfish takeaway I get out of it is just like 9 out of 10 times we have an episode, I feel the most inspired that day after the episode. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like just
Like
connecting
feeding
with
off
other
of-
artists and
yeah,
other creative
feeding off
people.
of other
That's the
people's
energy you
energy.
need.
Mhm.
Yeah, like I think
Today was definitely that shit.
I
Y'all
think-
inspired me to go
I
home
think
and
when
do
we
something.
finish,
you know?
I'm gonna have a good like I was gonna go to yoga, but I might just do some yoga here and have a nice stream.
Yeah,
There you
yeah.
go.
And like I
That's
think it'll
what's
be a
up.
good stream.
Even a yoga stream. Have people do
I've-
yoga
I've
with you.
thi-
Started
I've-
like that.
Yeah,
Started off
I've
with the
thought
yoga.
about doing that too.
You could even do
Quick
that.
little intro.
Outside kind of
You could do
thing,
that with
like
your phone.
yeah,
Take it
with
to
my
the beach
phone.
with you or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
I-
what,
I'm also not a certified yoga instructor, so I
No,
think
yeah.
there's like a moral kind of
yeah.
and like
You're
legal,
doing it-
like hey, you
you're doing it
shouldn't
for
do
yourself,
this.
really.
It's just
Yeah,
you
that's
doing
true.
yoga. It's not like you're teaching anyone.
Yeah.
You want to follow.
That's their
This is true.
decision, yeah.
Not gonna tell
It's
them not
funny.
to.
I was thinking about this the other day doing that. I
definitely.
should do it.
Yeah.
there have been a lot of times where like we'd be getting up to our day and just be like, oh yeah, we got this podcast, we got this person scheduled, and I'd be like, oh,
Yeah.
I gotta drive over.
That's
down
how
to
it is. It's
But
always
then-
like, oh, we got to record this episode.
But
And
then
and then we sit down and it's like, oh, we're recording this
yeah,
episode.
and then like the dudes come in and I'm meeting this cool person and like we're having great conversation and stuff, and I like being social and stuff, and I love talking to people. I'm like, why was I bugging about this? This is great. And I can't like, I love doing it too much,
Yeah.
and I love meeting new people and talking about shit.
I like this a lot.
It's a great way
there's-
to build connections. and
Yeah,
network
literally. And
make
just
friends.
and like catch up with people, like reconnect, stuff like that.
Exactly.
Like, I mean, we haven't hung out in forever.
Mhm.
That's the thing.
And,
Like, it's
like-
also we're just hanging out too.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah,
With mics in front of us.
and that's wild because like I know there's always like there's a chance that I can like make a new like friend out of it and stuff like
yeah, like Jared.
like yeah, Shinobi.
Yeah.
Like the very first time I even met or spoke to that dude was right here in front of microphones doing it, and now we meet up like. We try to do it every like week, every other week, and we play Warhammer and stuff, and
Oh,
we're just
yeah.
chilling, you know.
yeah.
Well,
That's the thing. Like I don't
It's
know.
like,
I don't know
crash on my couch. Like he
Yeah,
got him somewhere
literally.
to sleep one time. Like we just,
Oh, yeah.
it's just making like
Mhm.
making a nice network, you know?
Yeah, I don't know how you guys like are like planning on doing it, but like if you ever need people to come on, I'd easily come on.
Yeah.
bro.
No, dude,
This is fun.
we've
This is fun
had
as fuck.
we love
we
recurring
had
guests.
well, we were supposed to have fucking Sean and Damien back, but silly COVID shit.
Mhm.
Also, they busy.
Yeah, they do be busy. COVID shit with them, and then we had Darius on for a repeat episode.
Hi, Darius.
Shout
My
out,
man.
the fucking greatest human being ever. No offense to anyone else in the world. You
Yeah,
all,
like,
just,
Not even for like age or anything. Like just to, like hang out. Like I'll
yeah, for
shit-
sure.
the shit's
I
fun.
also I kind of want to start another one that's like just more focused around like lifestyle kind of shit, like my own, just like life and like things I've been thinking
going
about,
on?
like things I want to talk about with people, like ideas, shit like that, and like like how we were talking earlier, like the stuff that was not as focused on like age or the podcast or whatever, like how we're talking about like being like what we do to be a little bit better than the day before, like things we got to implement in our lifestyle, things that we are implementing, things that we want to be doing, like talking about how like I go on this like 3-day junk food bender and like I'm not this perfect like person that I like people perceive me to be, that I'm like always eating healthy and like I'm like
it's like no,
I like have my shit all together. Yeah, exactly. It's like I'm not like I should really like post myself shoving my face with fucking candy and shit like but like, shit like that, you know.
I think like as cliche as it is, like the grind like of just doing stuff, like when you're tired and you're like I don't want to go to the gym, but like when you make yourself get up and like go, you're like all right, like
I was actually gonna say that when you guys were bringing that up before. I feel the same way, like fuck yo, I really don't want to go to the gym, but then I force myself, I get there and I'm like 10 minutes into it and I'm like thank God I fucking came.
Like I didn't wake up today with these mics in here and this couch here. I woke up
you did that
at fucking 10 o'clock with my alarm going off for the past 2 hours, not wanting to get up and wanting to like text you guys and be like, hey, like cool if we reschedule. Like I had a shit like couple of days and like I'm on a little bit of a bender. But then it's like, nah, I get up and we're fucking going and we're good, you know? It's like I'm glad that I'm right here right now.
Because when it comes to the point where like you do finally get up and you're like, oh, why didn't I just like still do it or something like that?
Yeah.
It's like I could have like still.
And then you're like even further in the hole, you know?
Yeah, man.
It's just like, fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Well,
I felt like we haven't missed a beat.
Now that, that's always a good feeling. I love just having
it's going.
Socials. Shout them out, Jack. Or y'all.
Yeah, you guys. The exact, if you want to word
the only
letter
thing
for letter.
Is, just Instagram is age.company.
It's AJE.
AJE.company. That's
and then
it.
Music, gaming, what are those?
Age.gaming and age.sound. And
Sound.
Yeah.
Nice.
Did you change it? Or is it always
that's what it was. Huh. And a Jersey experience if you want to get personal with us.
And the website,
is that
you guys
the
have a
old
website
one?
for the clothing, right?
No, a Jersey experience is like the archive account, like just like the spam, like fun.
Oh, right.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
gotcha.
The website right now is ageclothing.ecwid.com, but I'm trying to find a different engine. I'm gonna build it up more, make it more interactive.
That was something that I briefly wanted to ask about. I mean, we'll save it for the next time we talk, but did you design the website, everything like that, all yourself?
Yeah.
I gotta talk to you about that because I gotta get one going for myself, for my own shit, and for the podcast. But yeah, I gotta get on that. Free? Yeah.
It depends what you use.
Yeah. Could be.
I think. I don't know.
Could be free. Give me again. I want the free. Give me it up free.
I mean, if you like learn how to like do computer coding from scratch, then you can be free.
I was gonna say if you do it the right way.
All right, maybe a little bit of money.
All right.
Well,
this is sick.
What a good one, boy.
Here we are.
Definitely.
Thank you both for coming on.
Yeah, thank you guys.
Big time.
Thank you everyone for listening. That was my stomach calling. I don't know if anyone heard it, but I gotta take a poop. So this is Jack signing off. Once again, glad to be back. Mwah.
Peace, dudes.
See y'all later.
Adios.
Adios, muchachos.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
That was fire.
That's tough. I like that.
That was so lit. I thought I was gonna be nervous coming in here.
No, me too.
Didn't feel nerves at all.
I was like, damn, I haven't done this in a while. I hope I didn't lose it.
Yeah. When we just
quarantine for a bit, so I had to do the last 3 episodes.
Oh, fuck.
I'm sitting there like, oh no, I remember how to forget what I'm saying.
Dude, I was just glad you were the first one to do it because I was like, I know it's gonna happen.
Bro, me too. One time
I was when we were playing with the talking about the video games.
Yeah, at some point I was just talking. I was like, I don't know where I'm going with this. I forgot, but I just pulled it out of my ass.
That's like staple podcast
shit.
Yeah.
It's so that's funny. Dope though.
Are we
and shit
hot?
I mean, I'm pretty hot.
That's what you're asking.
I'm gonna assume that's you guys. All right.
So I'm hot.
We're recording the entire time?
Yeah, we're hot.
All right, cool. Yeah,
I'm hot.
so pretty much
I hit the munchkin. Can I? Man,
That's
we're going in.
Come on now. I was waiting the whole time.
fiend you are.
I mean, we're going. I give them on whatever. One last day. One last
Munchkin
day of
and
my
Nick.
bender.
Yeah. All right. So the whatever the fuck that game is, but we play with the rule that like the bitch cup, you know, bitch cup.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yep.
We were at a party and we had someone had the crazy, terrible idea to leave my buddy Molnar in charge of mixing the bitch cup. Shout out Molnar, you
Dude,
crazy dude. And he like put all kinds of fucked shit in it, including like mad old, like a couple days old bong water.
Oh,
Man,
jeez.
that's going like a
Okay.
whole
Full cup
level.
or
It was a full ass cup. It was full.
Check,
it was
check,
not like a
check,
full
check.
cup of just
Yeah,
bong
yeah.
water. Like he put a little dash in there, but that shit was savage. And then the other day, my buddy, there was just a glass, like a regular glass of what looked clear. It was clear, but it was bong water, and my home drank
Microphone
it thinking
check,
it was
1 2 1
regular
2.
water. I was like, how's this shit
that's like
happen?
the worst smelling, like especially like the tar out of like a bowl or something. That's the worst smell. Oh,
Oh, it's not even. I haven't smoked weed in maybe like 2.5 years or something like that,
wow.
and like I still remember exactly how
You know
that shit. Like I'm never gonna forget that.
such a potent smell.
I still
Makes
like.
your nose hair like burn.
Yeah. I still like smelling weed, despite.
Mm-hmm.
Did you?
Yeah. How when was
Can't
the last
do it
time?
anymore.
When was the last time you smoked weed, Jack?
Like a few days.
I stopped. It sounded like a 3-day
I'm
tolerance
bad.
break.
I'm bad at quitting things. All right.
No, me too.
I mean, you know about my. I recently like quit like
A lot of things.
yeah, like a lot of things. Like I quit nicotine. I quit like
Good.
eating like
Good.
I'm
eating
trying,
like
but-
shit. Like can't like I have the worst like sugar addiction ever, and so I quit that. I quit like
You asked
pretty much
for my vape
carbs.
like 4 days ago.
exactly because I'm really bad at quitting things. Like
it's,
I'm
it's hard when
saying
people around you have it. Too.
exactly,
I'm the same way.
exactly.
Like, I'll tell him.
Exactly.
I'll tell him I'm gonna quit. I'll probably go like a week without it.
Nah,
Yeah.
like 2 days.
Not like not even 2-3 days, and
Yeah.
I'll find an excuse like we're going golfing or there's a UFC fight on Saturday. I
we're
need it.
talking
You know,
about
I
this.
need
Yeah.
it. The guys need it because
Let's
I know
go.
they're gonna come over and they're like, "Yo,
Yeah.
you got something?"
Yeah,
But in reality, it's just him sitting there like doing
yeah.
it. And, like you got me sitting there because he's got it. So I'm like, all right.
Exactly.
It's tough.
Exactly.
It's a
Yeah.
tough dynamic.
Everyone at work, like Jake comes in, and I'm like,
Jake is like Jake.
I'm like-
Jake will offer you his shit without you even asking. Like,
yeah,
you
and
wanna
then
hit
I'm
this?
and then I'm like,
not gonna say
well, yeah, let me
I'll
hit
never say
it.
no.
Like,
Never
Yeah.
say
I
no.
haven't drank in like months.
Yeah, I'm not
That's
a
the
big
one
drinker.
thing that I'm completely like I'm over. You
Yeah.
know?
See, that's the opposite of us. I won't
Yeah.
ever smoke weed again, but I'm sure.
Yeah.
You will. But I drink like a fish,
I'm
dude.
done. I'm
Yeah.
done. No, but yeah, it was 4:20, and I was like, well, I gotta smoke some weed with my friends, and
You
then
kinda
like
have to.
the next day, I was like, I fucking wish I didn't do that.
I'm like
It's
that
like
all
I
the time
wake
when
up
I try
and
to
I'm
take
like-
a tolerance break, and like at night I'm like just one,
Yeah,
and then I wake up I'm like, why'd I do that? I was like, I wasted a whole day of
literally,
Mhm.
not doing it.
exactly. And then it's like the next day, if you do it, it's just all day long. Ugh.
Yeah,
So
All
before
right.
we're
Yeah.
on a good roll, and I want to keep it going. But do you want to do the intro real quick?
Yeah. So Frances.
Francis.
Fuck.
Francis.
Francis. All right.
Sorry,
Whatever, dude.
that was pretty close. I've heard some crazy ones.
Wait, Francis, like
Francis.
French or Italian?
Italian.
Oh, Francis.
Francis.
Ah, I see.
Francis.
Yeah.
You know what I was thinking? It was fucking hilarious.
I'm Esposito.
It was fucked
Nice.
up, dude. I randomly thought of, remember fucking who made the song, the E6 song.
Tafaro.
I was like, I want to introduce you as
Dude, you should
Joey
have.
E6 Howell, just like by surprise.
Dude, because anybody who knows us and listens to this, they'd understand it.
Yeah,
And they'd
that's
get a kick
fucking
out of it.
hilarious. All
That'd have
right,
been funny.
should I do it?
Yeah.
All right, I'll do it.
for it.
They'll think that's funny. All right.